Welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra, in Kumasi on Love 99.5 FM, and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Sankara FM Yendi, Castle FM Cape Coast, Laura FM Laura, Radio Max Takrady. Get radio and TV and online content on the myjoyonline.com. Now coming up, NPP presidential aspirant Boakye Jarko pulls out of this weekend's runoff and describes as unconstitutional the decision by the party to allow only national council members to vote in the election.
Yes, there will be a rerun, but the rerun, the delegates will not be the special delegates or the delegate that constituted the special delegate. But however, the National Council will break the tie.
Also, be mindful of economic conditions in fixing service conditions for members of Article 71. Now, office holders, President Akufo-Addo to a newly constituted emolument committee.
And whether or not, notwithstanding the constitutional imperatives, we are deserving of what is being paid to us in view of the challenges currently confronting our national economy.
In business, government places new restrictions on borrowings by state-owned enterprises and other entities to check the country's rising debts. They have details on the Joy Business Report. Also, Ghana Police Service runs to court to restrain the minority in Parliament from going ahead with its planned protest against the Bank of Ghana along the original route.
We are very disappointed in the step that the police have taken. And nothing will stop this protest.
We have been stabbed in the back by the Greater Accra Regional Police.
Details of these and more coming up shortly. I am Amesi Nyamiche Thompson. Thanks for choosing us. Now, the NPP presidential aspirant has pulled out of this weekend's runoff between himself and another contender, Francis Adainimo, accusing the party of perpetrating an illegality. The council of the party, after an emergency meeting, decided to allow only 135 council members to vote. The decision, according to the General Secretary of the NPP, Justin Kodia, is to save time and cost.
Presidential Election Committee varied Section 25 of the rules and guidelines by the Presidential Elections Committee to read that, yes, there will be a rerun, but the rerun, the delegates will not be the special delegates or the delegate that constituted the special delegate. But however, the National Council will break the tie, meaning that members of the National Council are going to be the delegates for the elections on Saturday.
But Mr. Boakye Jarko, in a letter to the NPP, describes the decision as unconstitutional. My colleague Elton Brobe joins me in studio for more on this. What more is Mr. Boakye Jarko saying?
In summary, he says that it is totally unacceptable to mean that such an unconstitutional act can be perpetuated on the altar of expediency. He says, I'm out to surmise that the party did not know the full cost implication. It is unquestionable that the rules of the game will be changed midstream. Rules and regulations that are flip-flopped in such a manner is only detrimental to fair play and justice. It is clear violation of the party's constitution and the guidelines for the Special Electoral College. It is unconstitutional, at which I cannot allow myself to be associated with. He says, I refuse to be part of such an act that seeks to unjustly truncate a previously agreed upon process. I therefore respectively serve this notice to refrain from such a contest. As always, I wish the party well.
Thank you, Elton. Now, President Akufo-Addo has charged the newly constituted emolument committee to be mindful of the prevailing economic conditions in the country in making recommendations on the salaries, allowances, facilities, and privileges payable to Article 71 office holders. The committee, chaired by the immediate past chairperson of the Public Services Commission, Dr. Janet Fofie, is to make recommendations in respect of emoluments and other privileges as specified under the Constitution and examine any other relevant matters which the committee will deem appropriate to its work. President Akufo-Addo wants the committee to be mindful of the state of the Ghanaian economy in their recommendations.
In recent times, a lot of public discourse surrounding the remuneration of public officers has centered primarily on those of Article 71 office holders. And whether or not, notwithstanding the constitutional imperatives, we are deserving of what is being paid to us in view of the challenges currently confronting our national economy. It might well be that your work should also focus on these concerns and make recommendations on how they should be addressed. The task ahead of you is a challenging one, and it is my expectation and hope that you'll be up to it and deliver your report expeditiously.
The 5-member committee also includes former Minister for Planning, Professor Jan Baffour, and Chief Executive Officer of the Fair Wages Commission, Ben Arthur. Chairperson Dr. Janet Fofie is hopeful the committee recommendations will be fair to all sectors.
Your Excellency, as a retired Article 71 office holder myself, I'm keenly aware of the significance of this committee. I'm also aware of the sometimes very heated debates in our national conversations over the years on this matter. It is my hope that the committee will get valuable insights, views, inputs, and support from all stakeholders to enable us deliver a comprehensive and timely report to His Excellency for your consideration and approval.
The Ghana Police Service is in court to block the NDC minority in Parliament's planned protest against the Bank of Ghana over the choice of route. The minority intended to march from Makola through Rollins Park and Opera Square and then to the Bank of Ghana building. Now, this demonstration is a response to what the minority views as the central bank's mismanagement and the substantial 60 billion loss reported in its 2022 financial statement. In a bid to disrupt the protest, the police has filed an injunction at the High Court after rejecting the proposed route. Meanwhile, Deputy Minority Leader Emmanuel Amakofiboa says the NDC is disappointed with the action taken by them.
That we are very disappointed with this development, which is clearly an attempt to scuttle the protest, which is intended to hold the governor of the Bank of Ghana and his 2 deputies accountable for their mismanagement of the bank, which has resulted in an unprecedented and colossal loss of 60.8 billion Ghana cedi, an amount which has had serious consequences on the economy and pushed close to 1 million Ghanaians into poverty. And as representatives of the people of Ghana, we will keep our sacred duty to uphold the public interest in line with our constitutional guaranteed right.
The Member of Parliament for Hohoe, John Peter Amewu, is calling on the Inspector General of Police to withdraw his officers from Hohoe Municipality as part of steps in restoring peace to the area. Yesterday, 2 residents were shot dead in a violent clash between the police and aggrieved youth of the area. A resident of the town, suspected to be dealing in illegal substances, was reportedly trailed and knocked by the police vehicle, triggering the attack. The MP has cautioned the police against making an entry into the municipality.
The paramount chief, of course, well-respectable person, Chokwegan Gabusu, it's bringing all this together. We've just closed a meeting. Earlier to the meeting, myself, the IGP, and Chokwegan Gabusu, with the regional commander, we had a 3-way and we speak to each other about how to go about the process. So I'm expecting that process should bring some level of calmness, and also to ask the police to withdraw from the area, to ask the police not to make any attempt in re-entering the community. That is the only way I expect peace and calm to return quickly.
Now to Tech Thursday, power cuts also render traffic signals unusable, resulting in accidents. But there's good news as students of the Sunyani Technical University have come up with a less costly solar-powered portable traffic light which can easily be moved to affected areas. Love FM's Kwesi Deborah has more.
The portable traffic signal, mounted on rollers, is light enough to be carried around by one person whenever the need arises.
So this is a portable solar-based traffic system that we use. It is a movable one as well. So we use it when there is lights out or when there is malfunction in the traffic lights outside. We use it so that instead of having a police or an instructor to direct people where to pass, you put it there and then it will be telling us where to pass. And the advantage of this over the others is that when there is no light, we can use this because it uses solar. It takes energy from the sun and converts it into electricity to power it. And then we have a battery that is embedded inside too. So once it's taking the electricity, it's also charging the battery as well for us. So in case maybe it's a rainy day and then there is no sun for the solar panels to work, we have an alternative down here that works for it.
Reporting for Joy News, Kwesi Deborah.
And that's it for the bulletin. In our top story, NPP presidential aspirant Bache Jacko pulls out of this weekend's runoff and describes as unconstitutional the decision by the party to allow only National Council members to vote in the election. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Papa! Bobo, so how your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that? Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panza. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Sorry. Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
Behind every door lies a world of opportunities.
And with Absa's flexible loans, you hold the master key to open all the doors to your dreams.
Doors to a new horizon and everything you could ever dream of. At Absa, we help you open the doors to all your dreams. Whether you want to buy a home, a plot of land, or finance your personal projects, our flexible personal loans, mortgage, and credit cards can make it happen. Visit absa.com.gh to discover how to get things done. That's Africanacity. That's Absa. Terms and conditions apply.
Your preferred retirement partner, Apex Trustee, offers you an unmatched pension administration service that guarantees a cheerful life of retirement for both formal and informal sector workers. Our Progress Occupational Pension Scheme, the Progress Provident Fund Scheme, and the Progress Personal Pension Scheme will help you achieve financial peace of mind during retirement. Apex Trustee provides employer-sponsored schemes, including staff welfare schemes, seeking to outsource the day-to-day administration of their second-tier occupational pension and third-tier Provident Fund schemes. Start the quality lifestyle journey you envisage for your retirement now. Call us on 0504 368048 or 0256 793330. Apex Trustee, a joyous retirement begins here.
Welcome to the Visa Summer Experience. Enjoy offers from merchants worldwide. Get your Visa. Explore the world with complimentary travel insurance. Relax in premium airport lounges worldwide. Check in with exotic hotel deals. Relish sweet deals on restaurants. Fuel your adventure with discounted car rentals. And if you want to shop online, we've got offers for you too. There's so much for every traveler. Visit africa.visa.com today.
Yeah, Charlie, so many vibes and I want 10 father, my sanaba. My mini papa, and you're not for more fear no more acquaintum. Trebiania, so a maniscaco fierce and fancy than near fear for a bit for Javasi no parking. A bear man Sujai Casa. Thanks to Sukasa, how hard to your nature. Sukasa see a damn brony friend affordable luxury homes, or more 2, 3, 4 bedrooms, where you're fully gated or grants and communities, or more malls, clubhouse, and all social amenities, plus 24-hour security. Almost sound flexible payments, and yeah, I know my dear at Dalcasa, plus 100% guaranteed cashback. Yes, 100% guaranteed cashback. No quick finances stories. Contact Sukasa right now through phone calls or WhatsApp on 030-296-0865 and 055-369-7886. Charlie social media so more, baby. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube at Sukasa GH. Email Susie at info@sukasa.com.gh. Sukasa, building on trust.
Charlie, that be the sound you hear when things make hot. I'm sure this is not battery, just cash flow. Laja no day. It is safe to say we are all facing challenging times. We are all wondering how we are going to lighten our financial burdens. Nowhere cool. But don't worry, with a little help from your trusted bank, Societe Generale Ghana, be Biara Bayer fine. Societe Generale Ghana is making all its customers happy with the Yatiso Loans promo. In fact, SG Ghana customers and even non-customers who are on the controller and accountant general payroll can and enjoy access to our amazing discounted loans. Don't waste time. Get your loan today. Step into a branch or call 0302-214-314 to get the ball rolling. Terms and conditions apply. Remember, promotion ends on 29 September 2023. Société Générale Ghana. The future is you.
Just be happy. Don't you worry.
Who wants a song when you can have a sale? Orca is celebrating 20 years of excellence by giving you 50% off 20,000 items. Make your house feel like home with selected furniture, accessories, textiles, decor, appliances, and much more for 50% off. Celebrate this milestone with us. Visit the Orca Superstore on Spintex Road today.
Today we've got a fresh face for the Joy Business Report. Marmy A.C. Thompson. Marmy A.C. Thompson is here.
Kojo.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
You are a good church-going girl, aren't you?
I am.
Good.
Why do I sense there's something naughty coming on the back of that?
You are safe. You are safe with me.
I've never been safe with you.
So, Mami, see, you go to church. Your church, is a charity, so it doesn't pay tax. You know that, right? Yeah. But there are some conditions that your church is supposed to meet in order to qualify not to pay tax.
Okay.
Yeah. And
like,
does your church ever, hire out its hall for events?
No.
Okay. Does anybody in your church, ever write books and sell them?
Yes.
Okay. Do you do recordings of the preachings and so forth and sell them? Does your church do that?
We don't sell. We stream.
Oh,
so yeah.
You don't sell videos of special events and
initially
things like that.
Yes, but now
that thing
no, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How about anointing oil and things like that?
We don't sell that. The pastors don't sell it on their own accord. I mean, you can buy it from outside the church and then come in for anointing services. Yes.
Okay. But it's for sale. It's from your church.
No, as I said, yes. So there are independent vendors at the church who sell the anointing oil. If you prefer that, you can buy from them. Okay. Yeah, and then you can buy from outside. There's a church bookshop that also has those commodities that you can sell from the market. I mean, the same market prices.
Your church has a bookshop.
Oh, we do.
Okay.
We have books from other authors and stuff. Yeah.
So for example, that bookshop, your church would have to pay tax on that.
Well, I don't know about that.
No, that's what the law says. It also says that if a church hires out its halls or sells anointing oil or any of those things, anything that is a business activity, you're supposed to pay tax on.
Okay.
Yeah.
But why that's that topic this morning? I mean, you're talking about taxes, right?
Yes, not about churches alone. It's just that because you are such a God-fearing daughter of.
Are you not God-fearing?
Me, I am. That's why you and I are having this conversation.
Okay.
As two God-fearing people who fear God and the GRA. Anyway, the Joy Business Report comes up now, brought to you by Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco cushioning you for life. But before that, let's show our gratitude for the 6 a.m. news. It was brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done.
Welcome to the Joy Business Report. In our headlines, government moves to limit borrowings by state-owned enterprises and other entities as part of efforts to check the country's rising debts. Also, Ghana Stock Exchange promises exciting times in the future as securities worth over 700 billion cedis traded on the fixed income market last year, and government advised to block revenue leakages at the ports to meet income target in the 2023 budget. We'll hear from economist Professor Charles Aka. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Settle now for the details. Now, government has placed new restrictions on borrowings by state-owned enterprises and other entities to check the country's rising debts. This was captured in the country's new debt management strategy document. George Rafi has the rest of the story.
The document gives fine details on how government plans to deal with the debts from this year to 2026. This is more of measures to bring Ghana's debts to sustainable levels. It is coming after the World Bank and the IMF classified the country's debts as unsustainable. Government in the document argued that despite plans to limit contracting new debts from non-concessional sources, there might be a window for such borrowings in cases where it is needed to finance very important projects. The Ministry of Finance is also looking at asking these state institutions to pay an upfront fee or non-refundable charge in situations where government has to issue guarantee for these loans, or what is called no objection to borrow on the books of these state institutions. These measures may help in mitigating the fiscal risk to government. These programs that government is already implementing is different from the current debt exchange program that is aimed at bringing Ghana's debts to sustainable levels by 2028.
The Ghana Stock Exchange is promising more exciting times in the future. Securities worth over 700 billion cedis has been traded on the Ghana fixed income market as of the end of last year. Over 90% were into government securities. Managing Director Abna Amoah reiterates that the exchange will diversify its portfolio to grow the market.
In terms of volumes and values traded on the fixed income market, as at the end of last year, cumulatively, securities worth over 700 billion Ghana cedis have been traded on the market. Over 90% of this has been in government securities. And so for us, as we develop our capital markets and implement our own strategic plans, one of the key areas we are looking at is diversification, new products and new services. And I want to highlight a few of them. The market is working very hard together to launch and operationalize a commercial paper market. A commercial paper essentially will enable companies like Letsero to raise short-term capital.
Abna Amoah, MD, Ghana Stock Exchange. The economist Professor Charles Aka has advised government to block revenue leakages at the ports to help government meet its income target in the 2023 budget. He maintains that the port holds enough resources enable government meet its fiscal projections. Speaking to Joy Business, Professor Aka said reducing tax evasions could prevent government from borrowing to meet its expenditure.
The tax gap is about 84%. Which we are raising only just about 16% of the potential. We could have raised more revenue from the corporate sector than we are doing. If you come to VAT, it's the same thing. If you come to import duty, which there's a lot of evasion at the customs, we could have raised about 30% more revenue from import duty than we are raising. So we need to look at the tax administration and reform it and set them ambitious target and let them raise the revenue. Otherwise, we'll keep going to IMF. Because when you don't raise enough revenue, you need to borrow. And if you don't borrow from your central bank, you need to go and borrow from the international capital market.
The National Pensioners Association says it will roll out a number of projects to support its members across the country. According to General Secretary Stephen Boache, the association is working with the Social Security and National Insurance Trust SNIT to develop more innovative ideas to support its members. He spoke to Joy Business at an event to give out some 7 houses to its executives.
The management of Lake Estate, we commend them. Then again, I said SNIT, the current board, NPRA, their board, then the management of the current SNIT. We appreciate them for the assistance they have given us, not the purchase of the house, because the houses, we purchase them by our funds. So it's our own homegrown project. But the assistance for the association is enormous. After this, they will take care of the houses. And we have other projects too that will benefit the association, which is in the pipeline.
The managing director of Holland Insurance, Daniel Boy Addo, has indicated that the insurance industry has recorded some marginal growth in the past few months. According to him, the company is employing strategies to increase insurance coverage in the country. He is speaking at the launch of the Holland Insure Pack.
The industry is growing. I mean, if you compare where we are now to where we were 10 years ago, there's a significant difference. However, there's still a lot of distance to be cleared. Still, penetration is around 1%, and it's been so for the last few years. However, in the last few years, if you would note, there's been a lot of innovation in the insurance space, all aimed at solving the accessibility problem. Hopefully, in the future, everyone will have an insurance or access to an insurance product very close to wherever they want it.
And that was Managing Director of Hollard Insurance, Daniel Boy Addo. Now on Investor Eye, make sure you keep all documents related to any investment you make to help police investigations anytime you become a victim of investment fraud. Let's listen to the head of Technical ICT and Digital Forensic at the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Amankwa Atta.
If an individual realizes they have been duped or deceived, there are several immediate remedial measures they can take. Here are some of the steps to be considered. 1. Stay calm and control your emotions. It is important to remain calm and composed when you discovering that you have been duped. Losing your control can sometimes further mistakes or impulsive decisions. 2. Gather evidence. Try to gather all available evidence of the deception. This includes any documents, email, message, or other form of communication that can support your claim. Take snapshots, that's screenshots, photos, or make copies of relevant record to preserve the evidence.
Head of Technical and ICT at Digital Forensic at the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Amankwa Atta. Now let's head to the commodity market. Crude oil is selling at $85 a barrel after going down marginally from yesterday's trading. Gold went down by almost $3 and is going for $1,945 an ounce. Cocoa is going for $3,639 a ton after going up by $51. Also on the currency market, the cedi is still going for 11 cedi 50 pesos against on the forest or retail market, and it's still selling at 14 cedis 78 pesos to the pound. It however improved in value against the euro, trading at 12 cedis 48 pesos to the euro. And that's it for the Joy Business Report. I am Amisi Nyamiche Thompson. The Business, the Super Morning Show continues.
And thanks to Mami AC Nyamiche Thompson for the Joy Business Report. This morning is 28 minutes after 6. This is the Super Morning Show. Time for us to take our inspirational song, which is brought to you by Duraplus Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC and HDPE pipes and water tank. Where Duraplus goes, water flows. Here's our inspirational song this morning.
Review, great to see you, Alton.
Yes, good to see you too, my chief of staff, Mamevi.
Thank you, Honorable.
They have given
now
you
I'm
post.
happy.
They have given you post already.
Yeah. See, when they give you, that's acknowledgement. That's what's most important. So when he gets there, he won't forget me.
Okay.
Right now, it's not who you know, BL. Who knows you?
Who knows you?
I know.
I see.
Yeah, so very interesting news this morning. So, Wacha Jakun says he will no longer contest in the presidential runoff this weekend. And the reason is very simple. You know, the party held a meeting, the council held a meeting yesterday and came to the decision that only the 135 council members should take part in the super delegates in the runoff instead of the full composition of the super delegates. That's about over 900 people. So 135 will vote instead of the over 900 people. And these are the council members this weekend. And the party is citing cost and time for the decision to allow only the council members to vote in the in the runoff. And Wacha Yakun says that it is unconstitutional, and the party is simply sidestepping its own rules and regulation governing the conduct of the election. The reason why he cannot be part of a system that is unfair, that is unjust, and that is seeking to, not live up to expectation. And the reason why he's pulled out of this weekend runoff between himself and Francis Adainimo.
That's interesting.
But how does that resolve the issue that he's identified? And this is a 3-page document that he's released. He's not going to go to court to contest.
No.
He's just stating his points and leaving it at that.
Exactly.
Interesting.
He says that I refuse to be part of such an act that seeks to unjustly truncate a previously agreed upon process and cannot be part of what is about to be done on Saturday, September 2nd. I cannot with a clear conscience make such an impermissible concession to such an errant decision by the party.
Now, look, if he's not going to take it further, if there's not going to be any legal action, then the party will be breathing a sigh of relief that they don't have to spend whatever they would have had to spend this weekend on this runoff.
So again, raise the question about the relevance of the superdelegates after all.
Exactly. If you can make a smaller and smaller number,
exactly,
make such a key decision, then
perhaps all of them should have contested in November 4 instead of limiting the number to 5, and now you cannot even take care of 900 people for a run. So what if there's runoff in November? What is going to happen?
Then they'll let the super delegates decide. I don't know.
Well,
what a strange decision. I don't know if in fact, I'm sure in Boache Jakun's document he's quoting several chapters and sections of their constitution. So we'll leave that for analysis later. Right now, though,
let's bring you our Drive Safe campaign, brought to you by Joy News and Multimedia Group, supported by Toyota Superior Quality. So it's raining in some parts of Accra this morning, if you've noticed. Imagine driving in the rain with traffic lights not working. Just imagine that. Yesterday in the afternoon, in those popular places now where the traffic lights are non-functioning, and these places are super busy, in the afternoon, police officers, the MTTD police officers were nowhere to be found. But we've said it before, you can't have police officers direct traffic the entire day. So it is absolutely not their fault. Urban roads, why have you still not fixed the non-functioning traffic lights?
It's a mystery.
They say they owe people.
Yeah.
And they can't pay them. The reason why the people are also unable to fix the broken down traffic lights.
What an excuse.
Maybe it's a priority problem. Maybe we should just look at the things that we are spending money on, the things that we are still finding money to afford, and see if any of them are less important than the deaths of motorists. And if they are less important, then maybe we should spend the money on.
Traffic light is key. This is the city of Accra. I remember last Friday after work, so I used the Stanbic from the Alliance Francaise all the way to the Stanbic.
Area.
That traffic that they take you into the main road is not working. It's off. But the main road one works. So when I got there, I stopped because the traffic light was not working, but there was no car coming. So the police officer was standing there. He says, "Master, Obi amu epchamo na traffic light na."
Oh my!
So that's what he told me. But I was scared getting into the main road because if I got in the middle of the road and then all of a sudden the main road and doing, I'll be caught in the middle.
Oh, that's so risky.
Crazy. Charlie, we need to prioritize some of these things. Yeah. All right. Well, let's learn how to say it right. Thanks to Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
Here are two words that have different meanings but are often mistaken for one another: adopt and adapt. I'm sure we've all heard people say adapt when they mean adopt and vice versa. Adopt, A-D-O-P-T, adopt. It means to legally take and bring up another's child. It also means to accept something for general use, like a set of rules or statutes. So you could say, the committee shall adopt the proposed standing orders with immediate effect. You would not say, the committee shall adapt the proposed standing orders with immediate effect. Adapt means something else entirely. Adapt, A-D-A-P-T, adapt. To alter something, making it suitable for a different use or a new purpose. It can also mean to adjust to new circumstances or conditions. So you could say, the bereaved family had to adapt to life without their breadwinner. There you go. Now we can all say it right. Nice. Okay,
and that's how you say it, right? And Kojo, there's a very good friend of mine who says hello to you, Dr. Stephen Anko.
Oh,
He's
hi, Doc.
listening right now.
All right, let's see what's in the papers with the news review brought to us by First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different, and Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
All right, I'll start with the Daily Guide newspaper. On the front page, AG slaps NAM1 with 39 charges. So you probably know about the fact that the AG seemed to be stepping up this one, moving the case from the circuit courts, a case that we started, by the way, in 2019, adjourned more than 35 times in the lower court. And here we are, suddenly yesterday, we saw new charges, reduced charges, by the way, because the original one was over 61, and now we have 39, and the case will start in the High Court. I wonder what you make of this new development.
Well, bottom line, if NAM1 committed an offense, well, the law must take it course. What about those whose money? We are told that 1.6 billion Ghana cedis is said to have been pocketed by NAM1, Nana Appiah Mensah, during what the AG described as the illegal business he conducted, undertaking the deposits, taking institution without license, and also trading in gold without a requisite license. Now we know that the AG is stepping up the case at the High Court. We just hope and pray that the AG will not be going to the court every day seeking an adjournment, but rather will let the court hear this case on it, just like he wanted to do with Jachi Kwesium, if it should be done on a day-to-day basis, so that finality is brought to this matter, all in good. Because clearly, last 2 weeks, NAM1 had series of engagements.
Yes.
Said a lot of things. He was asked how he said he's going to pay those who's taking their money, and then asked people to go and buy some cards, Payboy, at 650. Later on, withdrew that amount and said that people should go for free. But then before he will pay, you have to be verified. And actually gave timelines, but by October, if you've not been verified, forget about receiving your money. It was asked how he's going to raise the money to pay these people. He says it will not matter if the money would come from his grandmother's farm in the Western region. So there's been so many interests regarding this matter. Thousands of people whose livelihood have been lost. People have had health issues because of this matter. And if the AG is taking this step further, we just hope and pray that this time it will not be adjournment after adjournment, but rather we'll see this matter being prosecuted with speed.
I had a lot of sympathy for the victims, the first time around when this whole Men's Gold thing became an issue several years ago. I had a lot of sympathy for those who, perhaps after seeing him walking around with, the president and other well-known personalities, may have been lulled into a false sense of security, thinking that they are dealing with a trustworthy person.
Even they should assemblies had their monies locked up.
Yes. So I mean, you can't if your mother in the village sent her money to Men's Gold, it's very you can't say that she was gullible, right? But this second time around, those people who paid the 650, I wonder why.
Yeah, they're desperate to receive their money, so they were willing to do anything to get their money.
But you see, Kojo, that's why we have laws, right? Yeah, that's why we have laws.
How was he even allowed
to do that in the first place?
And people have said that because of all the delays, it sort of emboldened him. Because, here is a man, you say you're holding him for something that he's done wrong. And then you keep going to court. You obviously have nothing. So you keep going and then asking the judge, oh, please give us a date so that we can come back later. And you've done so many times, over 30 times. And then he suddenly comes up, issues a statement, and then he actually speaks. And that went on for days. We didn't see any regulator come out.
He issued a statement on Men's Gold letterhead.
Yes, a company that is defunct.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, so why are you telling the people who have their monies locked up? You're telling them essentially that there's nothing we can do with this guy. Your money we can't get your money for you, whatever it is. So whatever he says, if you believe that he can give you, you follow what he says.
In fact, coming into the studio, I was listening to Amanda Clinton, who is lawyer for some of the customers of Men's Gold, and she's made some points. I mean, she doesn't understand why operating a deposit-taking institution without license has been taken out of the charges. She doesn't understand why some directors of Men's Gold, including the wife and sister that were first arrested, they now at large are not part of what the AG is seeking to do at the High Court. Well, maybe the AG himself will explain in the days to follow. But I've just been checking the latest tweet from Namo. He says, glory be to God. In all things I give thanks. Hallelujah. This is what he just tweeted.
Amen. We'll see how all of this unfolds. Glory be to God.
Oh, Ghana.
So, but there's good news for, foreign exchange, for jobs, and of course, moving from what we call raw material to now adding value and exporting and making money. Right. Largest salt mine starts operations in Ghana. Electrochem employs 3,000 workers, and yesterday, finally, President Akufo-Addo commissioned it. So you have the picture of Mr. Daniel Macaulay McDam, the President Akufo-Addo, Africa's largest industrial salt production mine, located in the Dangbe East District in the Greater Accra region, has been commissioned. $88 million. Salt washing plant processes 650,000 tons of industrial salt per annum, mined from 41,000 acre field. At least 33 communities in the Dasongo Salt side. And there's been a lot of litigation, and finally something is up and running. We just hope that
And I mean, I like the idea of Ghana hopefully creating ownership of certain industries. Because if you think about it, in Ghana, we don't own any sector or any industry. Telecommunications, no. Banking, no. What else is there? Petroleum, no. Gold, no. We don't own anything, any sector, any industry. I am excited by the Ghanaian ownership of Electrochem. Let's create some of our own billionaires. Other countries have been deliberate about it. Dangote was a deliberately created billionaire. Obasanjo decided that it was important for people in the private sector to be powerful enough, to solve problems of the state. So that should be our goal as well. We should own some of these sectors and not give them all away to foreign interests. And I'm excited to see
and
that
salt
at
is
least
key.
with
Even
salt,
the serving the Nigerian market alone
yes,
is enough to bring in the money that we need to move this economy forward. Now,
Mm.
still in the graphic, media urge to play watchdog role effectively. This is coming from the General Secretary of the NDC when they paid a courtesy call on the Ghana Journalists Association leadership. The sports page of there's actually the African page where Gabon, is also boiling. The Ali Bongo family, they've ruled Gabon for 57 years. The president was toppled yesterday. Whilst under house arrest, he made a video asking his friends to make noise.
If you say it like that,
It doesn't sink well.
Ali Bongo says, you did it.
Exactly. But this guy is very interesting. This same president, this Gabon, this Ali Bongo once imported fake snow to the presidential palace so his family could have a snowy Christmas.
Oh, yes, I remember that. I thought it was a joke.
Sure, he has done things. His father too has record.
Exactly.
Charlie owns several bank accounts and Ferraris and Bugattis, and Charlie, people have really led Africa.
There's some sort of analysis on. You see, he speaks English in that video.
He didn't speak French.
He didn't speak French, and so he's bringing out issues that he's had with France. And remember that sometime last year he also joined the English bloc, the Commonwealth countries. So some have said that he's calling on particularly the English-speaking countries, so the UK, for instance, to come to his aid in this video. Nothing to do with France here.
You did it.
So that's a graphic.
In the meantime, we haven't had any AU or any of the bodies
No,
directly condemn what we've seen in Gabon.
Gabon is Central Africa, so I don't know whether there's an ECOWAS version in Central Africa. African Union should speak to this. Exactly. But the thing is that his cousin is the person who is going to head the transitional government. His cousin of Ali Bongo.
So family still covered.
No, he's not Bongo.
He's not a Bongo.
No, he's not.
Okay.
But our ECOWAS leader, the Nigerian president, he says he's preparing. He's consulting with his
see what
people,
ECOWAS can do.
Yes, and
they haven't solved Niger, and they want to go to Gabon.
Then they would speak. They would tell us the way forward.
But why is it their business?
But it's still Africa.
You've not solved Niger. You've not solved Burkina Faso. You've not solved Mali. You want to go to Gabon.
Now you're going to solve Gabon.
By the way, the other question is the West African leaders also, sort of strategizing, because we've seen Cameroon. We're telling you about Cameroon, for instance, and Rwanda.
They've reshuffled the top military heads.
Retired some of them.
Kagame actually, fired a few. And then in Cameroon, they've reshuffled. When your neighbor's beard is on fire, sack
you have water
generals.
on site.
Okay. Right. Shall we go online? Okay. The online review brought to us now by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy. So,
what do you do when you run out of fuel in your vehicle? Do you just top up anywhere? Well, don't do that if that's what you do. Let's introduce you to the Good Energy family and why you must be part. 1. Goyle's Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP are the best quality fuels when high performance in town for your vehicle. Also, Goyle Super XP Ron 95 is a high grade fuel sold at same price as normal fuel. And Goyle Diesel XP is low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. With over 440 stations across the nation, join the family that rewards you with quality for an energized driving experience. Goyle Good Energy. Goyle yen arayedim.
All right, so Haruna Mohammed has been speaking about this 5th place tiebreaker situation. He says the National Council hasn't broken any law in the party's constitution, but the story describes him as the General Secretary of the NPP.
He's the Deputy General Secretary.
NPP Superdelegates Conference, it is illegal to let National Council determine 5th aspirant, and Dr. Mwakumba is the one holding that view. So it's all going back and forth. Oh, here's something. Professor Nana Jinopokwa Jiman set to visit. Okay, all right. I thought there was something to do.
Oh, by the running mate.
Yes. I got excited for a
Mischievous
moment.
creature.
Oh, I was just, All right, leaked tape. Implicated police officers to appear before committee today. That's a story from City Newsroom.
Yeah, and that's happening today.
Yes.
My fear is that they may cite national security as the reason they may not be able to disclose what they know in public.
Ghana, we like things, so we like these kind of things, so we use any loophole to avoid accountability.
But the tape is out there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's in their own interest to let us hear. Exactly.
What national security again? Anyway. All right then. So, well, at least 52 died in South Africa when a building was set ablaze. I'm not sure the cause of the fire, but 52 people dead. That's a horrifying tragedy in South Africa.
The number is shot up
It is
very quickly.
It is huge. Yes, that it must have been one of those. Oh, you see, I have a little bit of experience in the construction of buildings for large populations, apartment blocks and so forth. And there are so many things you are supposed to do to ensure that if there's a fire, the maximum number of people survive. Okay, so between one apartment and another, there's supposed to be a certain fire retardation built into the walls. So if there's a fire in apartment A, it is contained in apartment A until fire service arrives to douse it. So if you build, these, apartment blocks and you don't put in these fire retardations, what happens is that one small fire will spread
to the other flats
quickly before anybody knows. The children are asleep and suddenly they are on fire.
And we have so many of such high-rise apartment buildings in Ghana. Are they doing that?
It's a good question. It's a good question. And in fact, Ghana, our building regulations are more stringent than the UK. Did you know that? There are 13 stages in your construction process at which the local assembly, local government should come and inspect what you are doing. And if they don't say that you have correctly built that stage, you can't go on to the next.
People start building and they write themselves, stop work, police permit. and then the building continues.
They build around the stop work. It's somewhere. Anyway.
What is also disturbing with this particular fire in Johannesburg is the report that occupants of the building were mostly African migrants.
So there may be issues. I hope it's not somebody's doing.
I pray to God.
It's not somebody's doing.
I pray to God it's not that sort of thing. I pray to God.
I'm just checking the BBC now, and the death toll has risen to 63.
Wow.
Yeah, it keeps changing. On my way to work, it was 30-something. When I got to work, it was like 40-something.
So and they're still finding bodies. CNN says 52, BBC says 63.
Well, we've got somebody in South Africa, Mapitso Sidibe. Maybe she can provide us with more.
Yeah. Let's get some updates
on this.
Yes, let's do that. But right now, though, the BBC News is brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Want to feel energized for more? Fuel up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle. Our high grade fuel comes at no extra cost, but with more power. And our Diesel XP, it's low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. Experience high performance and quality with our products. Available everywhere. Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Goyle. Good energy.
Are you a corporate organization, e-commerce business, individual or student looking for a trusted courier company where you can track your package and receive SMS alerts to keep you posted? At IAS FedEx, we move your documents and parcels with care to the destination of your choice. With offices across the nation, we happily deliver your package to your office or the comfort of your home. With the assurance of safety and affordability giving you peace of mind, IAS FedEx has your package in good hands. Call us on +233 501 605,000 or +233 501 631,000. IAS, licensee of FedEx.
No matter your water needs, Sintex has it all. Sintex tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Sintex tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Sintex tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project, or demand, choose Sintex tank. Sintex tank, stress-free. Sintex tank, reliable. Sintex tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit syntexgh.com. Sintex tank, a strong, a tough.
Whether I'm passing by the food market, visiting the salon, or filling up my tank for a spontaneous adventure with old friends in a new city, when asked, cash or card, it's always card for me. I switched from cash to card for all my payments with MasterCard. Now I get to do what I enjoy with ease.
Switch from cash to card for all your payments with MasterCard. MasterCard, the secure and convenient way to pay.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
This week's assignment.
Gnawa is a Moroccan music.
Where's the headline? Also, I dreamt of leading the MPP years ago. Why is this thing not responding to stimuli? There it is. I dreamt of leading NPP years ago. He was speaking to Umaru Sanda, I believe. And this is the quote. It is an open process and every card-bearing member is in good standing. And if you assess yourself and believe that you have the conviction and can convince yourself and have the courage that you can provide quality leadership, I will always encourage you to contest to lead the party. I have my conviction and I have my ambition, and in the same manner the other 9 aspirants, okay, but I have had my dream for many years, and so I am pushing it and I'm going ahead with it. Beware of politicians and their dreams. Me Momodie, the last person who had a dream before he became president, turned his dream into a priority of priorities and dug a hole in the center of Accra that is costing us hundreds of millions of dollars. And then he became belligerent about it and said that whatever will happen, his dream must come true. And today, here we are. So me, Momodie, dreaming politicians, I don't know, it sets up my spidey senses. But it's good to pursue your ambition. I'm sure if I had a son who dreamt of being president, I would encourage him to work towards it. So Mr. Adanimo, as we speak right now, is either 5 or 6 places away from representing the MPP in the race to become president. And so he's close to achieving his dream. And
he's not, I'm not sure he's 5 or 6 places away. He's only a Congress away. And, the fact that there's a tie down there. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's behind those persons. He could win, the tie and win the party's flag rush. But that's where the challenge is. Because Mr. Daniel, he will not win.
I say he will not win what, November 4 or December 7?
He will not win November 4. You see, and for me, this is where the problem is. And I have made this point over and over again. I've always indicated that, look, you may be a very fine candidate, but you could emerge at the wrong time. Sometimes people emerge at the wrong times. And so that's why history always has a place for best people that we never had. But even the best people that we never had in certain positions, eventually some get to get a position and you realize, oh, it's good they never had it. Okay, so Mr. Adanimo, it's good that he tried in 2014 and he's trying again. But the evidence on the ground suggests that Francis Adanimo will not be called President Adanimo. Oh, where is he going to pass? Where? I mean, Adanimo will not win November 4 Congress. Even if he makes it to the November 4, he will not win it. And so if he's not going to win it, he should, his dream at this point in time shall forever remain his dream. And so if there's anything like, becoming president, Adanimo should be aspiring to become a minister somewhere. I know people have seen regional ministers as being president of regions. Others have considered it as, governor. You heard, the famous governor of the central region. If you've never heard that before, go and find out who the famous governor was. In those days. So Adanimo will not. But it's good that he's dreaming. But if I were Adanimo, I'm not going to even waste my time contesting the runoff. I'll let it go.
I was thinking that you can dream of something, right? Like you see something, but the interpretation of it, you're interpreting it wrongly. But I'm just wondering, he got 9 votes. There are people ahead of him who got
but that doesn't matter.
So then now you can overtake the.
That doesn't matter. You see, there's only
and become the flag bearer. And become the president.
You can accept that he won't win. You see, I have not talked about and for me this is the point. There is only one other super delegates congress of the NPP. One is not enough for you to form a trend and say this is how it works. The NPP did not go into this election looking for first or looking for winners. It's like being shortlisted. They said the constitution of the NPP after 2007 said that, if this is the case, then you must reduce it to 5, because they didn't want the kind of problem they had in 2007. But this is where I think the NPP is getting it wrong and may as well scrap this whole Super Delegates Congress because it doesn't make sense. I'll tell you a very simple story as I wrap up on this. But for those who don't know the governor, Edumazi, go and find out.
I was saying it in my head.
Edumazi, yes, he is the governor. But you see, so if the NPP, says, if we have more than 5, first of all, how did they come by that 5? Nobody knows. They say they are actually going to get a lot of people to vote. They're going to get people who would vote because they believe that, first of all, they were expanding the electoral college because they didn't want influence. Secondly, they believe that the 2007 elections, people were influenced. And so if they expand it, they cannot be influenced.
Charlie?
And you go into a super delegates congress where people can be influenced.
Kind of things that
you might as well begin to reconsider this whole super delegates congress.
Charlie.
Because if you say that, the sort of acrimony in 2007, the influences and all of that, we want to expand it. And I remember Jacob Echebilamte even making the point that the NPP would one day have everybody contesting. And today, you have this kind of situation. They should scrap the super, so that the likes of Adanimo will go through the race and end this dream once and for all.
But the party is not planning. I don't see them planning a runoff. It looks like they are thinking that the two know something will happen and Wache Jacko or Adanimo will say, Charlie, I've thrown in the towel.
Dreams can come true.
Come true, come true, come true, come true.
That he dreamt. Where's the headline? Also, I dreamt of leaving the MPP years ago. Why is this thing not responding to stimuli? There it is. I dreamt of leaving NPP years ago. He was speaking to Umaru Sanda, I believe. And this is the quote. It is an open process and every card-bearing member is in good standing. And if you assess yourself and believe that you have the conviction and can convince yourself and have the courage that you can provide quality leadership, I will always encourage you to contest to lead the party. I have my conviction and I have my ambition. And in the same manner, the other 9 aspirants, blah, 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 okay. But I have had my dream for many years. And so I am pushing it and I'm going ahead with it. Beware of politicians and their dreams. Me, Mom, dear. The last person who had a dream before he became president turned his dream into a priority of priorities and dug a hole in the center of Accra that is costing us hundreds of millions of dollars. And then he became belligerent about it and said that whatever will happen, his dream must come true. And today, here we are. So me, Mom, dear, dreaming politicians, I don't know, it sets up my spidey senses. But it's good to pursue your ambition. I'm sure if I had a son who dreamt of being president, I would encourage him to work towards it. So Mr. Adanimo, as we speak right now, is either 5 or 6 places away from representing the MPP in the race to become president. And so he's close to achieving his dream. And
he's not. I'm not sure he's 5 or 6 places away. He's only a Congress away. And the fact that there's a tie down there doesn't necessarily mean that he's behind those persons. He could win, the tie, and win the party's flag rush. But that's where the challenge is, because Mr. Daniel, he will not win.
I say he will not win what, November 4 or December 7?
He will not win November 4. You see, and for me, this is where the problem is. And I have made this point over and over again. I've always indicated that, look, you may be a very fine candidate,
Kanye's verse on this song. Just listen.
It's crazy how you could go from being Joe Blow to everybody.
Yeah.
Almost inspiring.
Almost. It's the Super Morning Show on this very last day of the month of August. It's payday for some people. Good for some. Good for some. Good for some. By the way, you know what that means? That means tomorrow is our Bank of Africa giveaway. Woo! Who is picking up the goodies tomorrow? You guys need to start practicing with your dialing finger so that you can get in ahead of the queue and be the one to take away the good stuff. Make sure that your kids are loud and they are practicing. They are gargling salt water, practicing with their vocal cords for the big contest tomorrow. Thanks to Bank of Africa for that one.
I like the internship bits. You know, the last winner got an opportunity to intern.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? Yeah. Positive things coming from a positive bank. Yeah, that's what we do here on the Super Morning Show. Now today, I'll tell you what else we're doing. We are mopping up, trying to figure out how to close that tax gap. So many insights were shared yesterday. Dr. Charles Aka was on fine form, really breaking things down to our understanding, helping us understand why, as a country, our tax to GDP ratio is so much worse than that of our, compatriots in the middle income bracket. I mean, there is that. Well, until we heard from our two guests, Dr. Charles Aka and Mr. George Kwetia, until we heard from them, it was hard to understand why. Now we understand why. So the question is, how do we solve this problem? Okay, one of the solutions is enforcement and compliance. Are all the right people who are supposed to pay tax paying tax? Are people paying the right taxes? What does the law say, and what are we doing in practice? I gave this example yesterday. Mama, when was the last time you went to a restaurant and your bill was a VAT receipt? When was the last time?
Don't remember.
So what does that mean? I mean, are they paying VAT? Are they?
I know that the GRA introduced, some sort of generated receipts. So you may not necessarily get the... that VAT receipts that you probably know of in the past.
GRA, you'll see the code on it and all that.
Exactly.
Yes. I know those receipts.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the question is that what you're getting when you go to a restaurant to eat? Is that what they give you?
So I'm not going to go too far. The Auditor General's report. Remember, there were state institutions who were cited for purchasing from places where they were not issued with VAT invoices. They didn't get VAT receipts. So it's not really an individual thing. It's all of us, including state institutions.
Imagine that. Right, I went to a place, a very popular place in East Legon. I won't mention the name, but very popular. I mean, if you ask, chances are anyone who lives in Accra has eaten there before, right? And our receipt came, and there was no VAT at all, just the cost of every item and the total. And I'm thinking, so has nobody from GRA ever eaten here before?
Yeah, but you have a duty, Kojo, to also inform the GRA. That's the thing. That's the thing.
Don't you worry about that.
Citizens.
Don't you worry about me. I've done my good citizen part.
When we discover some of these things, we let authority know.
Don't you worry. I've done my good citizen part. But the question is this: do people even know enough to spot and identify when the wrong thing is being done? These things are going to be the focus of our conversation today on the Super Morning Show. Stay tuned for that and more. This is Joy 99.7 FM.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy.
Kojo, we want to tell our listeners it's still raining in some parts of the city, so please be careful on the road and drive safe. But Total Energies Marketing Ghana PLC, your trusted oil marketing company, proudly presents its Helmet for Life campaign to you. The Helmet for Life is a Total Energies initiative which aims to raise awareness among motorbike users on the principles of road safety and in particular the wearing of helmets. At Total Energies, we put safety first in all our operations. It is particularly pertinent to our social responsibility, especially towards the motoring public, our customers and stakeholders. Therefore, in addition to other road safety initiatives implemented already, Total Energies has now introduced the Helmet for Life, which is an added effort to ensure that road users in our communities, including motorbike riders, are kept safe on our roads. We strive to prevent personal injuries and control damage to property. Follow us on Facebook, X, former Twitter, and Instagram to discover more and participate in our Helmet for Life campaign. Total Energies committed to better energy.
All right, now exciting news from Fidelity Bank. Mama V say yay.
Yay.
How do you feel about earning points and getting rewarded when you use your Visa card? Fidelity Rewards is here. Earn points anytime you use your Visa card. Points can be used to redeem airline tickets, hotels, cashback, phones, tablets, gift vouchers, and of course Visa merchandise. What's more, when you spend a minimum of 100 Ghana cedis at Starbites, Melcom, Chicken Man, Pizza Man, Cheesy Pizza, Honeysuckle, or at any supermarket, you get cashback. Visit any Fidelity Bank branch today and get your Visa card. Go to fidelitybank.com.gh to register for the loyalty program and be on your way to enjoying amazing rewards.
Now, for a limited time, Toyota Ghana is offering huge price discounts on an exceptional range of vehicles. Here are the vehicles: the dynamic Starlet, the robust Hilux, and the powerful Fortuner diesel. So when you make the decision to acquire any of these incredible vehicles, Toyota Ghana will reward you with an entire year of complimentary servicing. Now, this golden opportunity, as you know, will not be around forever. So please make up your mind. Pay a visit to any of their showrooms. They're here in Accra, also in Tema, Kumasi, Tamale, Takwa, and Takrady. Alternatively, you can just call them 0302 910 204. Credit purchase is available through special arrangement. Toyota, superior quality.
Now, the Sukasa O'Granson Communities Affordable Luxury Housing Project is now rolling out its affordable housing units on sale for the 3-bedroom unit with an outhouse starting at $97,500 or its prevalent city equivalent, and the 4-bedroom unit with an outhouse starting at $195,000 or its prevalent city equivalent. Now, Sukasa offers you various convenient payment options. Their projects are presently in East Legon Hills and Ayimensa. They are located, their office, at Lagos Avenue in East Legon. Call them on 030 296 0865, or you can send a WhatsApp to 055 369 7886 for your inquiries. You can also email info@sukasa.com.gh, and on all social media handles they are at SukasaGH. Sukasa, building on trust.
And if you're looking for a freight forwarding company, Freights, to handle both your inbound and outbound shipments, then we have just the place. It's IAS FedEx. And at IAS FedEx, they offer a wide variety of international freight services, which include air freight, sea freights, be it less container load or full container load, and customs clearance and documentation. So the international operations link more than 200 countries, supported by extensive domestic networks in all key markets, and they also offer a range of fast and direct freight services to suit your needs. They have dedicated staff who have in-depth knowledge in the local customs clearance processes and procedures. IAS FedEx pre-finances freight pickups up to an agreed threshold for their clients. Terms and conditions applicable to that. Please contact them for free consultation on international freight services and customs clearance processes. Call IAS FedEx on 050-160-5000 or 050-163-1000. With IAS Ghana, your freight is firmly secured.
All right, so here's the website to visit today, kingdomstoreonline.com. kingdomstoreonline.com. Go check out all the great stuff they have in stock at fantastic prices. And of course, the delivery is the best part of it. Very fast delivery to your home or office, and very free delivery if you're in Accra or Tema. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Good news, SG Ghana has reloaded the Yateso Loans promotion. What it means is that SG has extended the Yateso Loans promotion all the way to the 29th of September 2023. So if you're looking to pay off those bills without shedding a tear, sort out the kids' school fees, now that's coming up shortly. Refurbish your home or start building that dream castle. Then you know where to go. SG Ghana has actually given you more time to jump on this epic loan promo. They are offering discounted interest rates on their loans to customers and non-customers, including employees on the controller and accountant general payroll. So dash into any of their 42 networked outlets or simply call SG Ghana on 0302 214 314 and let them sprinkle some financial magic into your life. Yateso Loans promo reloaded now ends on the 29th of September 2023. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
So it's Yateso, but Yenchaso.
There be
Yachimu.
Yateso
And Yachimu.
extended. Oh yeah. We'll catch you.
Kaka. All right, it's time for the nutrition line from Nestle, and of course they offer good food for a good life.
Having your baby try out different tastes and flavors isn't just about giving them a change of taste. This helps to develop their palate and prepares them better for accepting varieties of adult food as they grow. So go ahead and try any of our 6 Cerelac variants, that is wheat, maize, rice, biscuity, fruit pieces, and millet. Remember, each bowl of Cerelac contains goodness that helps your child's normal growth and development. Cerelac, it's all good, Mum. This advert is FDA approved.
This is Nestle Nutrition Line. Nestle Nutrition Line is a public service program from Nestle Ghana Limited. Nestle Nutrition Line offers tips on good food for a good life. Now to your presenter.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to our golden wonderland. It's Nestle Nutrition Line. I'm Jackie Ankra, also known as Na Ajiliswa. How are you feeling? You're well and strong and doing amazing things. Today we're discussing breastfeeding in public. This is very important. Every breastfeeding mother, as well as the rest of society, should be more encouraging of breastfeeding in public. However, many mothers feel uncomfortable and stigmatized when breastfeeding in public or just at the thought of it. As a mother, you should know you have the right to breastfeed your baby wherever, whenever your baby is hungry, and here are some tips to help you. Dress for breastfeeding success. Many moms find that it's easier to breastfeed in public when wearing clothes that allow easy access to the breasts, such as tops that pull up from the waist or button downs. You should also have a cloth or something you can put around your shoulders to cover anything you don't want to expose in public while breastfeeding. It helps to breastfeed your baby before he or she becomes fussy so that you have time to get into a comfortable place or position to feed. If someone criticizes you for breastfeeding in public, you do not need to respond. If you feel in danger, move away from the person criticizing you and look for people who can support you. And there's always someone who loves you, someone who cares, someone to support you. This is what I wish you as you go throughout the day. In the meantime, how about a phone call or two? 0302 517 020 or 0302 211 880. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Toll free 0800 120001. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to midnight. Weekends and holidays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. To WhatsApp, SMS or call, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The numbers are 0593 845697, 0593 845649, 0593 845708. You can also email consumerservices@gh.nestle.com. Life is a gift. Enjoy it, make the most of it, and be the best you can, always. Have a great day. Bye. Having your baby try out different tastes and flavors isn't just about giving them a change of taste. This helps to develop their palate and prepares them better for accepting varieties of adult food as they grow. So go ahead and try any of our 6 Cerelac variants, that is wheat, maize, rice, biscuity, fruit pieces, and millet. Remember, each bowl of Cerelac contains goodness that helps your child's normal growth and development. Cerelac, it's all good, Mum. This advert is FDA approved.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide. High credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet with our globally partnered merchant points. Bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100 or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Hello, Auntie Araba. Hey, Bugger, how are you doing today? I want to buy Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, but I don't have enough money. So what are you going to do? Can you give me the big size? You know, as for me, I'll pay the balance later. Today, no credit. I haven't sold much this morning. If you don't have enough money for the big size, why don't you try the 120-gram pack? There's a 120-gram pack? Introducing the new Pepsodent Cavity Fighter in 120-gram pack size. More affordable and convenient. Get yours today from any supermarket near you. Every smile matters. This advert is FDA approved.
1xBet Jackpot is here with weekly massive prizes up for grabs. All you have to do is place your bets on any sports game and stand a chance to win. Simply register at 1xbet.com.gh. Use promo code JackpotGhana and place your bets. 1xBet is your key to great victories. Feel like a winner. 1xBet.
Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
Oh, yes, that's right. The birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group,
as close as a partner.
And Franco Trading Enterprise. Still the phone, Papa.
Yeah, so Franco Trading has taken delivery of CCTV camera with on-screen display menu and easy configuration. They also have chest freezers and refrigerators, as well as washing machines. They also stock all types of phones and accessory smart TVs from 32 to 55 inches and Franco air condition. Enjoy up to 40% discount online in all the shops nationwide. Download Franco Trading app on Play Store and visit their website, which is francotrading.com. Please don't pick any number on Google. To get in touch with Franco Trading Enterprise, here are the numbers to call: 0246 422 338 or 055 593 9311. Franco Trading Enterprise. Still phone, Papa.
Now let me start with a 10th anniversary, 10th wedding anniversary. And that goes to one of our most avid listeners. This guy is literally part of our family. Always tuned in, always engaged on social media. I'm talking about Papa Tieku himself, Pastor Ebenezer Obing Tieku, and his wife, Miss Diana Edu Brago. Congratulations to the two of you. Happy 10th anniversary. Also, happy birthday to Jean Sparks Edu and Jeffrey Edu. You continue to be very special to us. And of course, you are part of our family as well. Always listening, always tuned in. And your own family, the Edus, say that on a daily basis, may his divine presence protect you, preserve you, guide and direct you in the paths that he has chosen for you. I've got two more. Is that okay? Can I do these two? Okay. Happy birthday to Victoria Gajekpo. She's head of organization and methods at Bank of Africa. Oh, strong as a group.
As close as a partner.
That's right. The messages keep being amazing. It's from Wilfrida Nyako. One more to Rebecca Ifwasam, Administrative Officer, National Commission on Small Arms. Happy birthday to you. Indeed, taking a journey with you has been a joy ride. May this day be as sunny as your smile and as beautiful as you are. I've never met a person as sweet as you are. You lit up my life when I was surrounded by darkness. Oh, wow. On your birthday today, I wish you nothing but happiness, love, and good health, my love. It's from Ebenezer Atosam, your husband, and Gabriel Fifi Sam, your son.
It's the birthday of the daughter of the board chairman of the National Sports Authority, Seth Boyoyo Panwum. His message to his daughter says, everything was so new and exciting to me, and my heart beats was so awesome with the complete feeling of being a father. A father doesn't tell you he loves you, he shows you. Happy birthday, Ruth Wompuni Pamwam. And I missed this one yesterday, but it's also happy birthday to Ivana Chawe. May every step you take come with enormous blessings, from Seth Boyoyo Panwum. And here's one, Delali Jijonyo. It was your birthday yesterday, actually. Delali Jijonyo, Head of Marketing and Corporate Affairs at First National Bank. It came from Gwendi. I hope that you had a blast yesterday.
All right, then. The Joy Sports Center is brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank. We're here for good. Allianz Life Insurance.
We secure your future.
1xBet, your reliable bookmaker. And DSTV.
It's
your
your moment. Now experience life insurance from the comfort of your home. Secure your life and that of your loved ones by joining the Allianz Life family and enjoy true peace of mind. You can also buy your life insurance policy, pay premiums on an existing account, check your balance, withdraw your insurance savings, initiate claims, and receive payment promptly. Simply dial star 1890 hash on MTN. Allianz Life Insurance, we secure your future.
Now imagine getting rewarded for doing something you already do every single day. Sounds too good to be true. Well, that is exactly what Momo Season is all about. Now, there's something for everyone. Download the Momo app on Play Store or App Store and use Momo Pay for your day-to-day transactions to a merchant either through the QR code or the merchant ID and stand a chance of winning 1,000 Ghana cedis every week and other amazing prizes. Now, their merchants are also not left out of the reward. Receive payments and win. Keep using your Momo Pay on the Momo app and get rewarded. There are lots and lots and lots of exciting prizes for everyone. So, what are we doing today? Transact more with Momo Pay, earn more points, and win big this Momo season. Go to momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh for your Momo for Business account today. It's Momo season, so just Momo it with Momo Pay. Terms and conditions apply.
Kojo Yang,
yes, Auntie.
You owe me Momo. Gary
no
was
problem.
a witness.
No
I didn't
problem.
receive it.
How?
Okay. Now listen, imagine sitting in the stands of Anfield.
When did this happen?
Come on, why are you stressing? You can Momo one CD. It's not a problem.
Don't Momo one city. I'll return to sender.
By the time you
in
finish,
Jesus' name.
By the time you finish this, I would have Momo.
Listen, imagine sitting in
Where
the
is
stands
the
of Anfield cheering on Liverpool FC and joining several fans jump and scream at Mo Salah's stunning goal. Well, this dream could come true for you because Standard Chartered wants to take you and your partner to Anfield to watch Liverpool FC play live, and it's very simple to be eligible. There's an equal chance for clients and non-clients. So for non-clients, just download the SC mobile app, open an account, start transacting. But for an existing client, just transact more, participate in this campaign. Remember, the more you transact, the more presence you gain in the basket for that final draw that selects the ultimate winner. This is your chance to experience Anfield with your partner. There are other consolation prizes. Open that account and transact now to watch Liverpool FC play live at Anfield. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Standard Chartered.
Here for good. So, Mama B, I'll
Check
send
your
you
Momo.
Check your Momo.
Check your Momo.
There, yeah.
Kojo Yang Senpai.
Why?
Why are you talking
Okay,
about?
he didn't send one CD.
Eh.
But he said, why 69?
To win every week, football players need to train for many years. 1xBet players can get on the road to success much faster. Take part in the Jackpot of the Week promo. Go to the promotion page on the site or in the bookmaker's application and get a chance of winning. No one guarantees that you will quickly become a millionaire. However, success favors only brave ones. Risk and win. Register on 1xBet and get a welcome bonus of up to 2,650 Ghana cedis with promo code GHJackpot.
Now, guess what?
I'm guessing.
The Spanish, your friend, the Spanish Football
Oh,
Federation.
yes.
You know how old he is?
No.
He's 46 years.
Oh,
He's
really?
very young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Relatively.
his mother went on a hunger strike.
Uh-huh.
You know that?
Yes.
Now she's sick. She's in hospital.
Oh.
Because she says her son is being mistreated.
Now, who caused
Ah.
I mean, but he should just resign.
You know, I've always said that for those of us who have not tasted power, we probably don't understand the thing that they drink when you get a certain level of power.
But does he have like a defense? Is there some reason why he believes what he did was okay and so
he says it
he
was
shouldn't-
consensual. Yeah.
So now it's like a he said, she said thing.
Yeah. Anyway, so all that, you know, and the thing is that he's one of UEFA's 5 vice presidents. That means he's one of the most powerful men in football. And today is supposed to be the Champions League draw. Traditionally, it's a day when it's supposed to, all the attention is supposed to be on football because that's when, it ushers the campaign into the new season. However, Rubiales Gate is overshadowing it all. We'll be building up to the Champions League draw here on the Joy Sports Center. But first, we begin with the new boy being the talk of the town in France. Yes, Ernest Nuama has completed his move to French League One side Olympique Lyon from Danish side FC Nordsjælland. The Right to Dream Academy graduate becomes just the fourth Ghanaian to play for the French Giants after, can you guess, Abedi Pele, John Mensah, and Michael Essien. Yes, an illustrious cast. At the national team level, he was a member of the Black Meteor squad that competed in the 2023 Under-23 Africa Cup of Nations held in Morocco. He also made his debut for the Black Stars during the AFCON qualifiers against Madagascar in June this year, and he's expected to be named in the next call-up for the AFCON qualifiers against the Central African Republic next week. Communications Director of the GFA, Henry Asante-Twum, provides updates on the imminent squad announcement.
Once he arrives, he will present his squad to the FA. He will have a meeting with the management committee. He will justify the selection or the call-ups he has made. And once that process is fully exhausted, we will move to the second stage by making the squad known to the public.
All right, Henry Asante-Twum speaking to Razak Musbao on Joy News Prime last night. You can catch that from 8:30 to 9 p.m. One player who will most likely be called is Mohamed Kudus. He has already started training with new teammate at West Ham. Kudus could make his English Premier League debut on Friday against Luton Town, and the pictures and videos of his initial training sessions have gone viral. It also included Joseph Anang, who is also West Ham United's third choice keeper, and you could hear them speaking and speaking to you and talking about stuff. Very, very nice stuff there with Ghanaians on the big stage. On the domestic scene, the Ghana Football Association have also revealed the reason behind the increase of prize money from the 4th to the 10th place teams in the upcoming Ghana Premier League campaign. 80,000 Ghana cedis will be awarded to the 4th place winners or those who place 4th, and the prize was reduced by 10,000 Ghana cedis as teams finish far away from the top. Here's Henry Asante-Twum again.
There must be something that would entice these clubs to fight for a respectable position on the league log, because they will have an eye on a prize. If you are a Bechem United who fought until the final day of the season, and you know that when you finish in third place or in second place, even if you miss out on the league title, there is a reward for you. You will always fight very hard and encourage and motivate your players to go all out.
From Ghana, let's go abroad to the Carabao Cup in England.
To put AFC Wimbledon of League Two ahead at Stamford Bridge. Tilly versus Sanchez, he's blasted it down the middle. And AFC Wimbledon lead at Stamford Bridge. 1-1. Noni Madueke's first goal at Stamford Bridge. And Chelsea back level, bang on half-time. Cucurella. That's willing to chase. Oh, and the goalkeeper might have made a big mistake here. It's Fernandes! His first Chelsea goal!
They had to come from behind to beat League Two side AFC Wimbledon at the Bridge. Chelsea will be facing Brighton in the next round of the competition. Treble winners Man City will travel to Newcastle, holders Man United face Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. Brentford play Arsenal, and Liverpool are at home to Leicester. To some transfer news, Chelsea have agreed a £40 million plus $5 million in add-ons deal for Manchester City winger Cole Palmer. You might remember him from the Community Shield when he scored against Arsenal. The 21-year-old has already accepted a move to the Bridge. Personal terms are expected to be a formality, and a medical is now being scheduled. Man City have agreed to pay Wolves also £47.25 million for midfielder Matheus Nunes. And Spain forward Ansu Fati, that's probably the big one from yesterday. The man who was thought to be the heir to Leo Messi and world attention at Barca, he is set to complete a surprise season-long loan move to Brighton and Hove Albion. Yep. Brighton's deal for the 20-year-old does not include an obligation to buy. And speaking of transfers, guess what? Tomorrow, the Joy Sports team is bringing you the transfer deadline day. The window closes tomorrow, and from 8:30 to 10:30 on Joy News and Joy Prime, we will be lining up the best of the best, and the whole team will be there. 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Joy News and Joy Prime tomorrow, 1st September. To the US Open, Grand Slam finalist Stefanos Tsitsipas suffered defeat to Swiss qualifier Dominic Stricker, and Casper Ruud also lost to Chinese world number 67 Zhang Zhenzhen. But second seed Novak Djokovic cruised through with a 6-4, 6-1, 6-1 win over Spain's Zapata Miralles.
It has been a tough match, especially in the first set, with the conditions. I think after that, when we had the entire court in the shadow, it was a bit easier, but still a lot of humidity. And on the court, you can feel it more because of the hard court. I guess the heat is absorbed in the surface.
Novak Djokovic in the women's category, Caroline Wozniacki beat 11th seed Petra Kvitova to reach the third round. Top seed Iga Swiatek and 6th seed Coco Gauff underlined their credentials with comfortable wins over their opponents. And like I said at the top of the show, it may feel just like yesterday that Man City hoisted the Champions League trophy into the air for the first time in their history, but already the competition has hurtled back around again with the group stage to get underway next month. The very best clubs in European football will eagerly await the outcome of the draw today in Monaco. It's at 4 p.m. Ghana time, with the glitz and the glam of the ceremony's pomp officially firing the starting pistol on the scramble to reach the final. And the Champions League final next year, you know where it will be held? Wembley.
Oh.
It will be at Wembley in London on the 1st of June 2024.
Please take me.
Yeah. By courtesy of, our sponsors will sort this out. MTN will make sure that the ticket is ready. Franco will make sure that you have all. What's up?
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Gary.
A man cannot say his thing again.
No, I've heard. Thank you. I don't know if this is a prophecy or this is a projection but thank you.
We are telling MTN. And Franco will sort out.
Well, Franco me. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Gary, for sports. There's more sports on myjoyonline.com. We will get to Uncle White shortly for food for thought, but our social media messages here on the show brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, Ghana AIDS Commission. Test to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health, and GTP Lifestyle. Uncle White joins us shortly.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah. Download it, you gon' enjoy it. In my Brahmin check. In my Brahmin check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. It's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
Hello, Auntie Araba. Hey, Bugger, how are you doing today? I want to buy Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, but I don't have enough money. So what are you going to do? Can you give me the big size? As for me, I'll pay the balance later. Today, no credit. I haven't sold much this morning. If you don't have enough money for the big size, why don't you try the 120-gram pack? There's a 120-gram pack? Introducing the new Pepsodent Cavity Fighter in 120-gram pack size. More affordable and convenient. Get yours today from any supermarket near you. Every smile matters. This advert is FDA approved.
All right, time for us to go for Food for Thoughts with Uncle Ebo White, is brought to us by Rubberman Productions. Be the difference. Uncle? Good morning.
Gorgeous.
Yes, Uncle.
Gorgeous, good morning.
Good morning. And thank you so much for the confirm. Oh,
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Just so you know, I didn't share it with Sami Odami.
Oh, you shared it with him?
No, I did not.
Okay. He does not deserve for you to share it with him.
You should see his face.
But Takari Sami Odami, diabolical. Honorable diabolical. Maybe today, the former president of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. John Kobina Mensah, concludes his address to the nation. Mm-hmm. But before I go on to the address, let me remind people that tomorrow is when my production begins. Naked in Bed is running tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you haven't gotten your ticket already, please join us. It's a great show. It is a great show. Dear fellow long-suffering Ghanaians, in preparing for this address, my attention was drawn to a short clip on YouTube. The title is A Black Hole. And I recommend that you make time to watch it. It is a short one, about 3 minutes long. In the clip, a young man working late in his office is making some photocopies. The first sheet of paper that comes out has a huge black dot in the middle of the sheet. The young man is puzzled. He puts the smeared sheet aside to investigate what is wrong with the machine. In the process, he puts a cap he's holding on the sheet of paper with a black dot on it, and to his surprise, the cap falls through not just the sheet, but what the sheet was lying on. He eventually discovers that the dot on the sheet creates a hole in whatever he puts it on or puts it against. So he puts it on the table and it creates a hole in the table as long as the sheet is on it. He tries it with a machine that dispenses candies in the office, and he could access the candies by just putting the sheet against the machine and putting his hands through the black dot. Then it occurs to him that this could possibly work with a vote in the office. So he goes to the huge, strong vote and puts the sheet against it. And he's able to put his hand through the black hole and take out money in the safe. He proceeds to take out as much money as his hands could reach. He has a lot of money now by his side, but he wonders if there is more money that his hands could not reach. And so he goes through the black dot into the vote. Unfortunately for him, as soon as he goes through the dot to enter the vote, the sheet slides away from the vote and he is stuck inside with the money he had taken out on the other side of the vote, waiting to be discovered by the first person who comes in. The clip underscored something I am now beginning to understand. There is greed in Ghana, and the greedy in Ghana are not content with how much they have made. They may make billions, but as long as there is still money on the table, they must have that as well. For the greedy, it is not about how much they have made. It is always about how much there is still to make. No amount is enough as long as there is more to grab. I've discovered that a lot of my appointees made more money than they and their children could spend in a lifetime, and yet they kept selling Ghana short and kept extorting monies and stealing money wherever and whenever and however they could. My information is that the monies are stacked away in foreign banks and under their beds and in their wall-to-wall wardrobes. But these are not the only places the monies are stored. Many of them have built or bought huge mansions that they don't live in. These houses are used as votes for their loot. The monies are stacked in the soakaways and in the huge water tanks installed in those houses. It is sad because there is a spiritual principle on ill-gotten wealth. It says, quote, ill-gotten treasures have no lasting value. And you find that in Proverbs chapter 10, verse 2. But I wish the only problem of Ghana is the corruption and incompetence of those in public office. I wish that the problem of Ghana is the government or the president of the day. If the problem of Ghana is the government or the president, then we do not really have a problem at all, because we can change the government. We can vote a president out of office. But how many times haven't we changed governments and voted one party out of the office for another? And has that changed anything in Ghana? The truth is that the woes of Ghana have many more culprits than just the politicians. I admit that as president, I could have done far better for the nation, but my failure was the result of the fact that we have lost our values in Ghana. My wife and I have been struggling to finish a house we started building 10 years ago. The workers on the land are not politicians, and they love to condemn corruption in Ghana. But send them 10 bags of cement, and 2 bags will be spirited away from the site. But they do not see that as corruption. A big media personality came to me and said that he had come into possession of some information and documents that would show me in a very bad light as a former leader if he published them. But if I gave him $100,000, he could make the story go away. And he is famous for taking on those in government for their corruption. It looks like we have become a nation of pickpockets, with every one of us picking the pocket of whoever we can, whenever we can. I will bear the shame of failing Ghana to my grave, but I am owning up to failing the nation. But if I am the only one who failed the nation, then with me out of office, Ghana should be much better now. But is it? Is the situation not getting worse? Why is that? One of the Bible passages that challenged me even before I became president is 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. And it reads, "If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I'll forgive their sin and heal their land." End of quote. There is a turning away from our wicked ways to happen in Ghana for each and every one of us, if we are to get the competent, upright government we need. Hello, Ghana. My name is Dr. John Kobina Mensah. I failed Ghana as president, but let he who has not failed Ghana in any way be the first to throw a stone at me. God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong by waking us up to our individual responsibility to contribute to that prayer being answered. And Mama V, that is my presentation for today.
A word to the wise. Uncle Ivo.
It's in the north. It's in the north.
I mean, you just got me thinking right there. Because if you change the leader and the people, we are the same, then we will still not make any difference. We'll still be here.
And we'll still be here, and our desperation levels will just go higher and higher and higher. Plus, we then create a situation where some unscrupulous person just comes in and chops even more than those we thought were chopping.
Well, thankfully
Because I've seen every government from Nkrumah, including the military governments. And each new government comes and we are so hopeful, it's going to change, it's going to change. A few years down the line, we realize, oh my goodness, did we go or did we come?
So is this better than before?
Is what better than before? The situation in Ghana
now, yeah.
It keeps getting worse. Wow. Maybe that, unfortunately. And it's because more and more people have given up and are joining the rot. You know, this saying that if you can't beat them, join them. Except that in Ghana, we haven't even tried to beat them, but we have joined them.
Uncle Ibo, this
And
one,
so-
dear, we have to expand this. We have to have a sit down on this. Yeah.
Well, anytime you invite me to the studio, I'll be more than happy to talk about this. But the problem is that I wish that we'll stop living in this false hope that all it takes is to change one person or one. The point is that we have done that. Why has nothing changed?
Yeah.
Because the people, one of the allegations that came out of the recent, what do you call it? Is that the super PAC?
The super delegates, yes.
Super delegates saying is that monies change hands.
Mm-hmm.
Mavi, you look at the sums they are talking about. Now, those are monies that were given, but Mavi, the other side of it is that those are monies that were taken, that were received. Who asked for those monies and why? And until we get to the point where we stop selling ourselves short, 5,000 may look like a big amount, but what is that compared to the future of your children?
Absolutely.
Compared to your own dignity?
Well,
do you understand me? We don't, but we've taken it. And why? If we were not prepared to take it, would a politician give it?
Uncle Ibo, there's a conversation that we must have here on the show. But
let's have it after you finish with our confirm.
Yes, former President Dr. John Kwabena Mensah, thank you very much for your reflections.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right, then. That's Uncle Ibo White with Food for Thought. Let's quickly go for the Joy Business Minute. It's brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG. We stand with you and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts. Government has placed new restrictions on borrowings by state-owned enterprises and other entities to check the country's rising debt. The Ghana Stock Exchange is promising more exciting times in the future. Securities worth over 700 billion cedis were traded on the Ghana fixed income market as of the end of last year. Economist Professor Charles Acker has advised government to plug revenue leakages at the pause to help government meet its income target in the 2023 budget. He maintains the ports hold enough resources to enable government to meet its fiscal projections. Elsewhere, Country Garden, one of China's biggest property developers, has become the latest real estate giant to warn that it could default on its debts. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts.
Wake up. Good morning. Good morning.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
We are grateful to Daryl for the Joy Business Minute and thankful to Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you and Anointed Electricals, the generator expert. Thanks to Uncle Ibo White for Food for Thought. I'll tell you how you can get a ticket, but whatever you do, as for this weekend, Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, you must be at the National Theatre. Choose your day and your time. Naked in Bed and Uncle Ibo says is friendly to children, so feel free to bring your children. My friend Fifi Taki says, are we waiting for a new leader to take over the country before our traffic and street lights will be fixed? Big question. You know, we've been focused on that with our Drive Safe campaign, and we're still calling on the urban roads to fix the traffic lights. It's really dangerous. We don't expect the police officers to be standing in the rain when it's raining, and it's been raining quite a bit today, and directing traffic. That is so wrong. It's risky for the MTTD officers themselves who are standing in the middle of the intersections directing traffic. Accra Psychiatric Hospital, that traffic light is still not functioning. We've talked about the TUC. We've talked about the Awoshi Ablekuma. 45 human lives have been lost this year alone, according to the people, and simply because of non-functioning traffic lights. So yeah, to think that we are even imagining, would it be a change of a leader that would fix our traffic light? That's a huge issue that you've raised there, Fifi. Thank you. 5 minutes after 8, and Anointed Electrical Engineering Services Limited is into sales of ultra silent generators from 5 kVA to 2,500 kVA, and they also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generators. They've also stocked genuine spare parts of all kinds for various generators, and also do generator rentals. In East Legon, you can find Anointed Electricals on the Lagos Avenue Road opposite Tomrick Hotel. In Tema, on the Tema General Hospital Road, Community 9, just after the overhead. And in Odoko, that's where they have the head office located. Number 77 Anointed House of the Odoko Malam Road, Accra. They have branches nationwide as well. Anointed, the generator experts. Please call their hotline 0243 480 334. 0243 480 334. Send your messages, keep them coming through on WhatsApp 055-111-1997, and send your X messages, X, former Twitter, at the hashtag JoySMS. Our social media messages here on the show are brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, Ghana AIDS Commission, test to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health, and GTP Live Styled. Now, every day people face different emergencies. We're aware of police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergencies, and we know what to do when we find ourselves in these emergencies. But have you thought about money emergency? I've been telling you about star 770 hash. Are you familiar with the number now? Star 770 hash is the new EcoBank money emergency number. It gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bill payments, airtime and data purchases, and so much more. So you don't need internet for this. Just dial star 770 hash. No need to panic in any money emergency situation. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Feel confident and dial star 770 hash for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Yes, indeed. The best breakfast show in town is 8 minutes after 8. This is the Super Morning Show. We're live here on Joy 99.7 FM. So yesterday we started a conversation, in the spirit of building our economy and asking very serious conversations. So for instance, we know that Ghana's tax to GDP ratio is relatively low, and I'm talking about the ratio of Ghana's tax revenue compared to our gross domestic products. And we got the reason why this is so. We're making about 13.5% instead of 18%. That's the target that we've given ourselves, even though our counterparts are making between 18 to 20. So from yesterday's conversation, we're now aware that it's because of inefficient and ineffective tax system. Some of us are simply also not paying. So the question that we're asking, who are those getting away with it, right? Who are those not paying their taxes? How much are we losing because people are not paying taxes? And what can we do to get them to pay? If you went to a restaurant, for instance, if you went to a place to shop and you did not get a VAT invoice, would you call the authorities and let them know that this particular organization is not issuing VAT invoices, for instance. 055-111-1997. That's our WhatsApp number, and send your X messages with the hashtag JoySMS. Also on our show, we know that on the Men's Gold saga, the NAM1 issue, there's been an update because yesterday the AG filed some fresh charges. So what it means is that the case has moved from the circuit court, which is a lower court, now to the high court, and the charges have been reduced from 61 to 39. So what are the charges? Are they totally new from the 61 initially? We will do that comparison here on the show, and we'll tell you what it means now that the case has moved to the high court. Will the AG now pursue it with all the speed? If you've got comments on that, please send us to us as well on WhatsApp and on X. But Anklebo's latest play, Naked in Bed, is showing this Friday at 7 p.m. That's one show only. On Saturday, there will be 2 shows, 4 and 8 p.m. And then on Sunday, 1 p.m., 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. 3 shows. That's a Roverman 1, 2, 3. You can't miss a play, and it's only 150 Ghana cedis. Tickets available via the Koba short code, which is *365 *535 hash on all networks at the usual outlets. Here at Joy FM at the front desk, you can get a ticket, grab a ticket for a friend. In fact, get a ticket for the entire family. You can also get ticket at Shell Shops at East Legon Airport, Tema Community 11, and Dansuman Total Shops at Bachuna and Hacho, and Frankie's Osu. You can send a WhatsApp to this number, and then they can get you a ticket. 050-554-6030. That's the WhatsApp number. Get your ticket via this WhatsApp number, or you can also call 050-554-6010 and make all the inquiries. Visit the Riverman pages on Facebook and Instagram and get more information on their sponsors: Ebony Condoms, Gino Tomato Mix, and GCB Bank PLC. Communication partners: Notify and Logistic Movers. Riverman Productions, be the difference. Naked in Bed, Anklebo White's latest play. Our big stories here on the show, brought to us by Vodafone. Further Together, latest film, your partner for life. Belmonte by CPL Developers, the ultimate luxury experience. And Access Bank, your number one remittance bank. Access Bank, you know, Access Bank is more than banking. But Vodafone Cash is excited to inform all customers that they can conveniently pay for electricity bills using the Vodafone Cash wallet. Here's how you do it. Select option 4. But before that, dial *110 hash, *110 hash, and then you go ahead and select option 4, which is make payments. You continue with option 1, which is pay bill, and then select option 3, utilities. Select option 2, that's the last step, ECG, and then from there, follow the prompts to complete your payment. It's easy, safe, and convenient to pay your ECG bills using Vodafone Cash. Just try it. Make life a lot more convenient for yourself. Kindly note that this service is only available to customers with the ECG smart meters. Pay for your ECG bills with ease. Vodafone. Happening today, later today, 5 p.m. at the Labadi Beach Hotel is the UPSA Law School honorific lecture and award. We can't wait for this because the man who is being celebrated is a great, kind man. A man with a lot of knowledge, and it's such a privilege and honor, really, to be in his company. Celebrating the lifetime achievement and works of Professor Justice Samuel Kofi Dateba. That's today at the Labadi Beach Hotel at 5 p.m. today. Don't miss this great lecture. It's 14 minutes after 8. This is the Super Morning Show on a Thursday, a rainy Thursday, depending on where you are. Let us know where you're listening to us from. Send us WhatsApp messages on 055-111-1997. And is it raining? If it is, and you're driving in a place particularly where the traffic lights are not working, please drive safe. Remember, there are other road users as well, and make it easy for the people who are trying to cross the road. It becomes absolutely frustrating and impossible sometimes. Stay with us here on the Super Morning Show, and please keep your messages coming through at the hashtag JoySMS.
Hey, you ever buy credits where you get up to 20% of your money back before? Make I tell you about Vodafone's demo promo. See, anytime you recharge a demo, you get up to 20%, whether it be short code or your Vodafone cash wallet, or you use credit transfer to your number or someone else. And now you be high tech, so you use my Vodafone app or any payment app. However you do, Vodafone go send you up to 20% cash back into your Vodafone cash account. We'll reload here, but then you enter. Top up your airtime with 5 Ghana cedi or more in Vodafone's demo promotion and receive 20% of your money back straight into your Vodafone cash wallet. Recharge and cash out in the Vodafone demo promotion.
Vodafone, further together.
Comfort, durability, finishing, quality. Choosing sofas and beds for your home, office or hotel couldn't be easier with an exclusive range of sofas and beds in various designs and colors from Latex Foam. There is so much choice whatever your budget. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
Wouldn't you prefer an apartment hotel? One that offers the utmost convenience of a boutique hotel while offering the idyllic comfort of your own private home. Oasis Park Residences offers luxury studios, 1, 2 and 3 bedrooms both for short and long-term rental at competitive rates. Our sky swimming pool, gourmet outdoor restaurant and a fully equipped gym rest on a breathtaking rooftop with panoramic views of the city. Oasis Park Residences, located at Shiashi Tetekwashi, 10 minutes from the international airport, is the ideal place for all your accommodation needs. Why don't you give us a call on 020-4343-009 or visit our website at oasisparkresidences.com to make your reservations. Oasis Park Residences, more than a home.
Finally, we don't get the answer. For the people who want make it transfer around the world to Africa. Access Bank don't upgrade the matter for all of us. Whether na Ghana cedi, Abina Naira, Gambian dollar, Zambian kwacha, the money go enter. You go get them for your own currency. Access Africa, very fast and efficient. Access Africa, Africa is next door. Access Africa, very fast and efficient. Access Africa, Africa is next door.
Or walk into any Access Bank branch to send or receive an instant money transfer today. Africa is next door.
Access Bank, more than banking.
In partnership with National Theatre and Joy FM, Roverman Productions presents Naked in Bed, an original Able White play.
Your mother said you are calling off the wedding. Where? My dress is ready and I must wear it. Drinks have been bought and I must drink it. Big men are coming and I must grab one. Where?
Vicky stumbled upon something and she's jumping to the wrong corner.
Find him. I caught him in bed with my friend Mercedes. Jesus! No! She said Mercedes, not Jesus.
Venue, National Theatre. Date, September 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Time, 1 show on Fridays at 7 p.m. 2 shows on Saturdays at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. 3 shows on Sundays at 1 p.m., 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Rates 150 Ghana cedis. For tickets, dial *365 *535 hash. WhatsApp 050-554-6010 or visit all usual outlets. Sponsors GCB Bank, Gino Tomato Mix, Ebony Condoms, and M Notify.
Roverman Production. Be the difference.
Hey,
Hey, Cashman.
Yeah.
Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every faulty generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra.
How?
Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomric Hotel.
And that's why Nana is calling us.
Okay.
Yes. If you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534
or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after sales service.
Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
You know, I still haven't told my husband. I'm afraid of his reaction.
Oh, I thought you said you would try to disclose your HIV positive status to him on your birthday.
I wanted to, but never got round to it. It just did not seem like the right time to say it.
Don't you want him to go and test to know his status too?
Of course I do. I am just afraid of his reaction. I am afraid he will walk out on me and quit the marriage.
But you can't be too sure of that.
You know, the other day, when he heard HIV in the news, he referred to it as a bad disease. And I know a couple of people whose partners deserted them because they tested positive for HIV.
But it is also important for him to test for HIV and start antiretroviral medication if he is HIV positive.
So what should I do now?
Why don't we ask your HIV counselor at the facility for advice? Come on, let us call her and find out how best to disclose your HIV status to your husband and also get him to test for HIV.
This message is brought to you by Ghana AIDS Commission.
Nyamidua Apartments, the first master plan community in Ghana, is offering a 20% discount on all units. 2 and 3 bedroom apartments ready to move in today. Strategically located a short drive from the Tema Motorway roundabout towards Community 25. Call us now and the first 10 will get an additional 5% discount. Use the promo code Nyamidua23. Terms and conditions apply. Contact number 0551 435 555. Nyamidua Apartments. Affordable luxury homes for everyone.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show.
to other middle-income countries. And the conversation raised the issue of how to grow our economy and how to bridge the tax gap. Okay, so today we're expanding on one aspect of this. Okay, the enforcement of our existing tax laws, because the solution is not to add more taxes, but is to get better at collecting the taxes we already have. So who are the ones slipping through the cracks? Who are the institutions, the businesses, the individuals that we are supposed to be taxing, but somehow we are not? How do we ensure that we bring them into the net? How much are we losing for every day that we don't bring them into that net? And what do we need to do to ensure that going forward we can close these gaps so they don't fall through? That's what we're talking about in just a moment with our guest, Professor Charles Aka, an economist and associate professor at the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, ISA, and George Kwetia, who is the president of the Chartered Institute of Taxation Ghana and a tax partner at PwC. Two of the best brains you could have for this conversation. Stay tuned for them. Good morning to you. If you're tuning in from any part of Ghana right now, we love you so much for picking our affiliate stations to listen to us through, or even our partner stations like Love FM in Kumasi. If you're tuned into 99.5 FM right now, we love you very much. If you're in the central region, then it's ATL 100.5 megahertz based in Cape Coast, but available to all of you in the central region. So keep listening. All right, now just before we start that important tax conversation, open the door into your dream house. There's no feeling quite like returning home after a busy day at work. I mean, that feeling you get hearing the keys turn in the lock to open the door and walk into your own little piece of paradise. Well, with a mortgage from ABSA, you get to enjoy that feeling over and over again in your own home. If you're a salaried worker, you can borrow up to 5 million Ghana cedis at fixed or variable interest rates and pay back your loan over a period of 20 years. Discover how to get things done at absa.com.gh. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA. Terms and conditions apply. Okay. Now, Professor Charles Aka joins us over the phone alongside Mr. George Kwetia. Professor Aka is from ISA and George Kwetia is a tax partner at PwC. Professor Aka, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yesterday's conversation was enthralling. I mean, we learned so much about the ways in which, as a country, we are falling short of our targets for tax to GDP and the generation of revenue for our country. Now, one of the obvious things was that we have an ineffective and inefficient taxation system. Some people are just falling through the cracks. Let's start from there. What are some of the tax laws that, unfortunately, we have been very poor at implementing?
Well, thank you very much. I think the first issue, and as Mr. Kwetia was trying to bring to our attention, was that we don't have an effective tax system. What is an effective tax system? It's a tax system that is able to raise adequate revenue from all sectors of the economy, i.e. getting everybody or many people as possible who are involved in economic activities contributing their own quota to the development of the economy. The system we have is skewed towards the formal sector, and the formal sector constitutes just about 20% or so of the economy. So, which means that there's about 80% of the economy who are not really paying their due to the national pet, and that makes the tax system quite inefficient and not sustainable. And the large sector of it is mainly the self-employed people who are not employees in other government or civil servants, or who are not employees in the formal sector like yourself or myself as a lecturer. Those who are doing their own businesses, i.e. hairdressers or seamstresses or barbers or mechanics or masons, electricians, professionals who are consultants, some doctors who are doing professional services as private consultants or locum, some architects and things who are doing their professional work, earning good money, more than your salary, more than a lecturer's salary or a cleaner's salary or a security person in the bank salary. Because they are not formalized, the Ghana Revenue Authority has not found an innovative way of bringing them in, registering them, and getting them to file their tax returns so that they can contribute their own. So then, because the economy has to raise some taxes to be able to develop, because if we don't raise enough domestic revenue, then you have two other ways. You need to either borrow from your central bank, and that's why we borrowed a lot over the last years, because the tax revenues were low, just around 13% of GDP, when in Africa it's about 16 to 17% of GDP. Some African countries are doing above 20%. Ghana has done 24% of GDP before under President Kufuor. And in OECD countries, they are doing around 30 to 35% of GDP. So it means that our tax efforts are low. Our tax capacity is good, but we are not making enough effort to collect. And if you don't raise enough revenue here, then you need to borrow, either domestically through the treasury bill, through the central bank, or you have to borrow from the international market. And that's why we have borrowed also from the international market. So we need to have a national conversation on how to make our tax system more resilient and more efficient and more buoyant, and putting more effort to raise enough revenue. At least we must go to 18% of GDP, or go to what we had before, some 20 to 24% of GDP.
A big part of that is enforcement. And and I think there are some very obvious examples of enforcement lapses. We were talking on the show earlier, and none of my colleagues could remember the last time they went to a restaurant and got a VAT receipt. You know, you would think that that's an obvious thing. I mean, how hard should it be to just go around and ensure that restaurants are tax compliant? What exactly is the impediment in the way of GRA when it comes to proper enforcement?
That's a big issue. I don't understand, because I've also been to a restaurant, yes, in fact even a hotel, a resort, and they didn't give me the VAT receipt. I demanded for it, and it was taking me hours, so I left. Okay, and this is not a small. This is a big hotel. It's a big restaurant. They are there like that. That's even former. These are former companies. Then you talk of the informal one. I mean, somebody went to repair a laptop, MacBook laptop. The screen was cracked, and went to repair it just this week, and it cost 4,000 Ghana cedis to repair it. And no receipt was even issued. Okay, talk less of a VAT receipt. Okay, so this is more than somebody's salary for a whole month, and it's at least a VAT of 15% would have given the government some good revenue. So I think the enforcement is lax, and it's a general Ghanaian attitude, because people are employed and they are paid their salary, whether they collected revenue or not, they will still be paid their salary. So we need to find an incentive way of getting people, tax officers, to know that their own salary is also based on enforcing the laws and reaching their target. So maybe we have to have a conversation with the Minister of Finance, set a proper target for the GRA, and ask the GRA officer, tax officers, tax inspectors to collect such revenue, and if they don't meet their target consistently for some quarters or year, they should affect their salary, or they should be replaced. I mean, I think it's about time we got people doing job and don't think that they are just there and to take their salary, and and that's it. It has to be meritorious. But I think it's a general Ghanaian attitude that when it comes to taxation, if people know that they can go away with the offences, then it affects their incentive to continue to not comply. The reason we could not do that in Europe, in other places, that the probability that you'll be caught is high. Okay, in economics we studied why people commit crime. The determinants of committing crime is to find out what is the probability of being arrested, and then what is the probability of being punished if arrested. These are the two determinants, and what is the benefit of the crime. 3. So if the benefit of the crime is high, i.e., if I don't pay the tax, the tax is too high, and that's another discussion we need to find out. If people feel that the taxes are too much, the VAT is too high, the cost of doing business is too high, there are too many taxes, then they have an incentive to not comply.
Right.
Okay. Or if they think that the taxes are not being used for their benefit, is going into corruption and misapplication and waste, then there's no incentive to comply. That's what we call tax morale.
Prof, now that you've brought up tax morale, it's a very interesting point. I read Professor Atuguba's article on tax-paying culture in Ghana. And he made a very interesting observation. He was trying to determine whether Ghanaians, like you said, had very low tax morale, right? And he realized that, well, actually, Ghanaians don't mind paying a tax. They go to church and they pay 10% of their salary as tithe. They pay offering every weekend because they believe they will see an outcome. They will see a result from it. They will get welfare from church members if they have a funeral or whatever. There'll be people gathering around to support them. They believe in an investment in some spiritual future. They believe in these things, and so they're happy to pay for them. Is that the problem with tax? Is it that people don't believe that our taxes will be put to good use for our benefit?
Yeah, I don't know whether you believe. So I think that's the biggest problem. So in my presentation at the Institute of Taxation, I concluded by saying that our tax system must be modernized and made more efficient, and also we need to critically look at physical discipline. When people feel that the state is not physically disciplined, when they feel that they see that people enter into politics, some of them were their colleagues, some of them were their juniors, some of the people in politics now, they were my students. Some of them I taught in the University of Ghana. Some came to do their masters, some I taught undergraduate. And then they go into politics, and within 4 years, you see the cars they are driving, you see the houses they are building, you see their lifestyle, and cannot be explained. Okay, these are not foreigners. We know them. Okay, when people see that kind of attitude, opulence, and the kind of lifestyle, extravagant lifestyle that politicians are living, and then they live in their community. Where I live now, and I've been living there by God's grace 12 years, where I've built my house. I basically had to do everything. I bought the land. I built the house. There was no services by the assembly or by any government public agency. When I was ready to get light, I went to ECG. They said you have to pay for the pole. I have to pay for the poles that will connect the light from the last place to my place. I don't know whether I bought 3 or so poles. I had to pay for the cable to draw the light. I have to pay for the labor for the people who were coming to do the work. I needed to pay for an engineer, electrical engineer. When I wanted water, I went to water service. I went there for months. Eventually, they gave me a bill that I have to pay for labor to dig, to connect and pay for the pipe and everything that was going to bring, including the meter that would bring power. It's not like that in Europe. Okay. So if when some thieves came to my house and I went to the police station, I stayed there for hours. Eventually, they said there was no car. Eventually, when I got them to my house, they said they need to bring somebody to come and do a forensic, and they can only bring it from the person from head office. And I needed to pay for somebody to come from head office all the way to come and do forensic. All of that, nothing came about it. Wow. If people are not sure that the tax they are paying is bringing good public services, emergency services, ambulance, fire service here and there, there's no morale. Then they see that if the money is going to corruption, they don't want to pay. Their road where I live, dust. I've been living here in a dusty place in an estate. I'm talking about Adenta estate. Dust in front of my house for 12 years. No gutter. When it rains, the road is not accessible. This is a major road that connects the Snake Flat to Rowi, to the Dodowa Road, to where Victory Presby is. Why should people pay tax? You drive on the road everywhere you go. Western region where I've lived, when I'm going to Western region now, because of the oil and the gold, the road is now destroyed. As soon as you go past Takwa, they're going towards Akunan Kwanta. The road, there's a place called Ewusiejo, is inaccessible. Your car will just get stuck. And there are a lot of gas and oil resources on that road coming to Accra and going outside the country. If people cannot fix that road, potholes everywhere, even at the place where they are collecting toll at the toll booth, you have to pass through a pothole before you can pay your road toll. Then the morale is actually gone. The only one they can get actually is to continue to pass VAT, and then increase the tax rate for income tax, because that one is deducted as source. But the self-employed people and the ones that people have to go and fire themselves, they don't have morale. So that's something that we need to have a discussion, that the state is seen to be fiscally disciplined, combating corruption, reducing unproductive public expenditure, and resource misallocation and waste. When you do that, and that's happening in the Europe, there will be that intrinsic motivation for people to pay tax, because, as you said, they know that the tax are going to be beneficial to be put to good use. There will be compliance, and that's what other countries are doing. Even children know, as they are growing, that they are benefit from the taxes, and therefore, when they are growing up, part of their duty as citizens is to pay tax.
Yeah. Prof, I have a let's call it a delicate question for you, but I know you're a straight shooter, so you give me the goods. Look, Prof, is there a competence issue when it comes to the management of our tax structures? Do we have a competence issue? I ask this because, in recent times, we seem to have backtracked on a number of taxes, introduced them and then withdrawn them again. We had a luxury car tax, somehow that got pulled. And then we had this fixed VAT rate. We had to, repeal that one as well. We reduced ESLA, then we increased it. We've got the e-levy. It came in too high. We had to reduce it. COVID levy. Now we are trying to figure out whether to rename it or remove it. Or there seems to be maybe some evidence that we don't get it right often when it comes to our taxation. Is there a competence issue at play here?
I don't think it's a matter of incompetence. To be honest, I think some of the guys or the people who work at the GRA or customs they are qualified. They have in terms of at least academic degree and experience. There are some good people there, and actually there are some good Christians also there who are actually morally upright. But I cannot speak for everybody. So definitely it's a mix up. There may be some people there who are there because of their political affiliation or because somebody put them there and here and there. So there's politics involved.
Right.
But I think what we lack is a policy. See, if you do things out of a policy, you will be inconsistent. That's why we keep on changing things here, because it's like somebody gets up, the Minister of Finance gets up today and is preparing a budget tomorrow, and then you just think that, well, this is good, and then puts it, and like there's no reason why e-levy should have been introduced in the first place. I opposed it right from the beginning, and I knew it was no good. And I don't know the science that went into thinking that e-levy was going to generate about 6.5 billion. Okay, it wasn't going to work. And till now, I expected it to have been withdrawn, but they still keep it and here because the e-levy itself, I think, is a regressive tax. Okay, and I think the people they wanted to target really are the e-commerce, and e-commerce is not the same as e-levy. But after some time, you realize that it will be withdrawn or it will be reduced, it will be increased, and it's because of a lack of policy direction. And that's what I think Mr. Kwetia was raising yesterday, that we need as a country to, I think we have underutilized the National Development Planning, NDPC, because they are supposed to help us to plan where does Ghana want to go or be in the next 10 years, 15 years, and what are the kind of resources that we need and what kind of policies or tax policies do we need to implement to bring in these resources? Where is the role of property tax? What's the role of duties and fees, and what's the role of income tax? How do we bring in the self-employed? Then there's a comprehensive discussion and a plan and an act passed in Parliament to back these things and then to go on. These things are not done. So everything is left to some consultants. Sometimes some of these ideas even come from abroad. It will be IMF will come and say, okay, if you want us to give you money, you must do this. Sometimes from the World Bank, sometimes from one consultant, professor somewhere, they go and get from US, who say this is what is being done in the US, do that. And then then the whole thing is based on whims and caprices of people, and then there's no adequate. We also don't like evidence making policy. So some of the things we have universities in this country, we have ISA, we have business school, we have finance department, we have economics. There will be no consultation with this academia to say, okay, this is what we want to do. Can we pilot it? Can you give us an evidence? Can you give us a research to back to see what is the total number of unemployed people or the total number of self-employed people in Ghana? How many mechanics? How much do they earn? Okay, what kind of tax rate will be appropriate that will bring compliance? So that you have evidence, and then you pilot it, and then you roll it out. Just like we did free SHS. Many times it comes out a manifesto, and then it's implemented. Somebody does manifesto, so we are going to move from taxation to production, and then we are going to cancel nuisance taxes. And then it comes on, and then it's applied. Then 1 year later, they realize that they are not getting enough revenue. Then they introduce the same nuisance taxes back again. Okay, so somebody got up one day and said, okay, road tolls are causing traffic, so we cancel all road tolls across the country. What kind of science went into that? Do you really think that that was the best decision, that now people can drive, cars can come all the way from Niger, Burkina, come bring onion, go through on our roads, destroy the roads, and they don't pay even 1 cedi road toll and drive back? And then because we say it's traffic, is there no other way, scientific way of solving traffic problem or getting people to pay road tolls? Are they not paying road tolls in Asia, in China, in other countries? So it's gone back. Another minister will come and bring it, and then another person will come and take it away. Like we have done with free SHS, 4 years, 3 years, we changed the curriculum. That's the way we have been developing as a country. It's not just about taxation. There's not been a proper long-term thinking and planning, and then having policies that are enduring and sustainable that can be applied through various regimes. And I think that's something that we need to sit down and have a national discussion. What is the role of the National Development Planning Commission, and how can we have plans and policies that are effective?
Now, I don't know who government goes to for advice on taxation, but does ISA and yourself, do you not advise government sometimes when for example, with the e-levy thing, or any other tax proposal that you think will not work? Do you advise government?
Well, we do. Individuals in our capacity as an economist, just as I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
I have an obligation as a citizen and as an economist, with a little knowledge that I know, that if something is good, for me to say it's good and to applaud government and to encourage them to do. So I do that by speaking as I'm speaking and by writing. And when something is not good, sometimes I write or I speak, I raise an alarm. So sometimes the institution also, as you said, we speak, we do programs and we talk. Sometimes we write. Sometimes we are consulted. Many times we are not. But whatever we do, it's not something that's binding. So sometimes they take it. And we are not the only people speaking. I think the government also has many advisors, and other people are speaking. ISA is speaking, Imani is speaking, IEA is speaking, many people are speaking. So because we have not been brought on the same table, everybody speaks, and then the government picks whatever he wants.
Right.
I think sometimes they listen more to foreign advice. We Ghanaians, we believe more in exotic ideas than domestic ideas. So even if I speak and somebody comes to speak from the IMF, mine will be rubbish. It seems as if the white man speaking from IMF is a better economist than me, that I'm a Ghanaian. So you know that some of the things that some of this debt exchange here and there, some of us we spoke about the form and shape of which the debt exchange was going on. We knew that was going to bring problem to the central bank. It was going to bring problem to many of the financial sector. Nobody listened to us because the IMF was insisting that this is the way to go. And so when you're now talking about central bank making losses here and there, it's not as if we didn't know that this was going to happen. Okay, so like e-levy, for example, apart from speaking, I also wrote personally a letter, okay, about my ideas about e-levy and how I thought it was not going to work and it should be withdrawn or it has to be changed significantly. The letter was sent all the way to the Minister of Finance. It was not even acknowledged, and nobody responded to it. Okay, so that's the little we can do. We can't do anything beyond that. It's just to publish, to write, to speak. But of course, we are not in government. We are not elected. So they are the ones that are going for election, and they have the responsibility. So we don't think that they must, by all means, take the advice we give them. They will take it, consider it, look at the political economic situation, what will give them the vote, and what they think is implement. They need their money, so they think that what will generate the resources for them. Or this is what sometimes it's also political, something you have to understand, because some of the things people are taking the decision, they have self-interest. Okay, so if for example, if you want to ban, for example, the importation of rice or the importation of imported poultry, and you want to subsidize our poultry industry in Ghana, when that decision gets to cabinet or parliament, there will be people there who will not support it because they are involved in business in that industry, and they will not allow you to. Because over the years, I've learned that I've worked with several ministers, NDC, MPP, and sometimes I don't know why they don't take counsel or advice that you can see that this is clear common sense. And then later on, you realize that, look, it's because when they go to discuss this thing, there are political interests, and there are people who said, no, we don't like it. If you do that, it will affect our chances, it will affect our constituency, or it will affect some of our own personal, private business interests. There are people who are importing rice into this country, and they are not interested in the Ghanaian rice industry to succeed. There are people who are not interested in our Ghana poultry industry or agriculture to succeed, because their own livelihoods and their wealth is based on their importation of poultry into this system. So you will be surprised why, as a country, we are still dependent on importation and import dependent, when we could have resources to develop our own domestic agriculture, poultry, fishing industry. Because I know that there are political interests, there are self-interest there. So politics is trying to whip economics, and that's why we now have a field of economics called political economy. Sometimes what makes economic sense doesn't make political sense for the people who have to make the decision. So you can shout as an economist and write all you want to write, but the people are not economists. They are politicians first of all. So they are looking at what actually is their interest, and sometimes the interests are not aligned.
Prof, one thing you are right about is that there is a big need for a national conversation, and I believe you have just started it. So we appreciate the time you've spent with us this morning and the insights you've shared. Professor Charles Aka is an economist. He's an associate professor at the Institute of Statistics, Social and Economic Research, and that's ISSER. Thank you so much, Prof.
Thanks for having me.
Wow. Lots to digest there, huh? Okay. And we're not done. We've still got NAM1 to deal with. Martin Kpebu has some thoughts to share. I know you don't want to miss them. And that's coming up next. But first, it's all of the Premier League, all on DSTV. Catch all the goals, the moments, the clashes, the derbies, and the drama. Make sure to stay tuned to all of Rashford, Haaland, and Saka. Watch it all unfold live in HD with the option of exciting commentary in Chi. All this on the package of your choice. No one else offers all of the Premier League but DSTV. Get your DSTV decoder with 1 month compact subscription for 299 cedis and add a satellite dish for 100 Ghana cedis, or stay connected on *759# to enjoy it all. DSTV. It's your moment. Now, we talk about water all the time. In fact, life without water is impossible. But what do you really know about the water you consume? With Verna Purified Water, you are not only guaranteed the pleasure of satisfying your thirst, but you're assured of water that is purified using a series of filtration, reverse osmosis, UV sterilization, and ozonation to meet the standard quality your body needs. Now, with over 100,000 bottles consumed every day, Verna Purified Water has has gained acceptance as the #1 water brand in Ghana today. Now, with every bottle of Verna water you consume, you directly contribute to impacting lives through the Verna Changing Lives initiative. From its orphanage projects to drilling of boreholes, surgery payments, and payment of fees for brilliant but needy students, Verna Purified Water continues to support many beneficiaries each year to change their lives for the better. Share the love, get a bottle of Verna Purified Water, and enjoy the pure, refreshing taste. Verna Purified Water is recommended by the Ghana Medical Association. Verna Purified Water, changing people's lives. Now, this advert is FDA approved. Okay, so in a moment, NAM1 has been charged 39 counts by the Attorney General. But Nekrakran is saying, Martin Kpebu breaks it down for us when we come back from Time with the Dentist by Pepsodent.
Hi, it's Time with the Dentist, and we're going to talk about saliva. This clear liquid that I'm sure you've not given much thought to has a big impact on your oral health. My name is Dr. Gwendolyn Amakwe Baiche, and this program is proudly sponsored by Pepsodent in partnership with Ghana Dental Association. Saliva is produced by structures in the mouth known as salivary glands. About 99% of saliva is water, and the other 1% is various components such as enzymes and minerals that help with its function. First and foremost, saliva moistens the tissues of the mouth to make us more comfortable when eating and when talking. Digestion of food begins in the mouth with the help of saliva. The enzymes in saliva break down the large complex molecules in food into smaller ones for easy uptake of the nutrients into our bloodstream. The acidity in the mouth increases whenever we eat, and saliva has neutralizing components that minimize the damaging effect of acid on the teeth. Acid on the teeth causes the minerals like calcium to move out of the teeth in a process called demineralization, and this can lead to cavity formation. Saliva, on the other hand, has the ability to incorporate these minerals back into the tooth structure in a remineralizing process to help maintain the integrity of the outer layer of the tooth, enamel. There are a lot of microorganisms present in the mouth. Saliva helps flush excess bacteria together with food debris left over after eating, preventing them from getting attached to the teeth and gums. Saliva also has some germ-reducing minerals that help fight germs in the mouth, minimizing your risk of tooth decay as well as bad breath. So you see, without saliva, you will have problems with your oral health. There are some conditions and medications that can affect the amount of saliva that you produce. The medications include some taken for hypertension and depression, as well as some sedatives. Diseases of the big salivary glands, radiotherapy treatments to the head and neck region, as well as excessive alcohol intake can lead to low saliva production and dry mouth. Dry mouth can cause several oral health problems like fungal infections, gum disease, tooth decay, and general discomfort in the mouth. So to ensure your saliva levels are maintained to protect your oral health, stay hydrated, drink more water. Talk to your doctor about possible alternatives to medications that can cause dry mouth. You can also chew sugarless gum, as chewing promotes the release of saliva from the salivary glands. Your dentist can also prescribe what we call artificial saliva and mouthwashes. These are designed to keep the mouth moist. Saliva is 99% water. The other 1% includes various components such as enzymes and minerals that help with its function. Saliva moistens the tissues of the mouth and makes speaking and chewing comfortable. It also helps in the digestion of food, has a cleansing action, and helps prevent cavities. When your mouth has enough saliva, your teeth and mouth remain better protected. Always remember to brush your teeth twice daily with a fluoridated toothpaste like Pepsodent. This campaign is brought to you by Pepsodent in partnership with Ghana Dental Association.
breakfast show in town.
You're welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And good morning to Charles Ampong, who is listening all the way from Kumasi through his multi-TV digibox. Charles, we love you very much. Keep it locked on Joy. Also, Kwame Ajato never misses a show. Thank you so much for your loyalty, Kwame. All right, now, are you sinking in your bed? Is your mattress failing to give you the safety and comfort you deserve? Well, get yourself a Royal Foam mattress because that guarantees you a good sleep and relaxation. As pace setters, they have attached pillows to the mattresses you buy, and the pillows are free. Get this offer in all of their showrooms and sales outlets across the country. Don't be left out. Royal Foam would like to say a big thank you to all their loyal customers for making them win the Silver Award at the 12th Ghana Business and Financial Services Excellence Awards. Call them on 020-227-1000 for any inquiries. Royal Foam, rest assured. Now, experience the excellence and global recognition of a British education combined with the convenience and affordability at Lancaster University, Ghana. Expand your horizons and elevate your career prospects with a British degree delivered right to your doorstep. Apply now and embark on a transformative educational journey that will shape your future. Admissions are currently open for the October 23 intake. For more information, go to lancaster.edu.gh. You can also contact them via email. It's admissions@lancaster.edu.gh, or you can call 030-221-8989. You can also call 020-960-7008. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. Now, have you signed up for one of the two packages available from Latina Travel yet? The first package is 2 trips, prayer pilgrimages to Israel in October and in November. 7-day trips at very moderate all-inclusive prices. The second is the CalBank Women Banking trip organized to Turkey and Dubai, and that's this October. The trip is for all CalBank clients or prospective clients to visit and engage with the Turkish business community from the 11th until the 16th of October. Business sectors include pharmaceuticals, agriculture, cosmetics, furniture, fashion, textiles, food and beverage, construction equipment, and medical equipment, among others. Limited places are available on all of these trips, so please call Tina on 0244-260-789. All right, now, just before Martin Kpebu joins us on NAM1, ladies and gentlemen, some delicious news to share today. Imagine a biscuit made from real cereal, packed with wholesome oats and grains containing less sugar. This biscuit is not only a treat for your taste buds, but also a nutritious option for all ages. I'm talking about McBerry Breakfast Cereal. McBerry Breakfast Cereal Biscuit can be enjoyed at any time of the day, particularly at breakfast, with any beverage of your choice. It's delicious, nutritious, and it's affordable. It's made with whole grain oats packed with fiber and real cereals with less sugar. So, worry no more. With McBerry Breakfast Cereal Biscuits, your kids have the perfect snack they can take to school. Now, beware of imitations. Remember, go for the original McBerry Breakfast Cereal Biscuit and start your day with a smile. McBerry Breakfast Cereal Biscuit, goodness for your morning. This advert is FDA approved. And look, the weekend is looming. If you want ideas of what to do, where to go, and you still haven't gone to Safari Valley, then please pay attention. All right, this is a harmonious cohabitation of forest, water, humans, and wildlife. They've got zebra, sable antelope, llama, wallaby, fallow deer, Patagonian mara, and so much more. Oh, plus some absolutely delicious food. Okay, everyone can come and experience these majestic creatures and this amazing wildlife from a starting price of 250 Ghana cedis, and it's free for children up to 6 years. Okay, this place is only an hour's drive from Accra. They are open from 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. each day. So visit Safari Valley Eco Park with your friends and family today for the thrill of a lifetime. For more information, visit safarivalleyresort.com. Check out Safari Valley on Instagram or call 059-691-4394. This is the Super Morning Show.
Let the dogs out.
Who let the dogs out? Well, I'll tell you what has happened. Number one has been charged with 39 different counts. And they include all kinds of things, including defrauding by false pretenses, taking deposits, and so forth. So what next? I mean, this is a court case that has dragged for such a long time. After 36 odd adjournments, suddenly the case is now in the higher courts. Well, Martin Kpebu joins us. He hates it. He hates it when you remind him, but he's a prominent Ghanaian lawyer. Of course, he's been following this matter since its inception. Martin, it's a pleasure to have you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kojo. So I reintroduce myself. Martin Kpebu, the rookie lawyer. Rookie.
We reject that characterization. But it's good to have you. This matter has dragged for such a long time. But now 39 counts from the Attorney General in the higher courts. Progress?
Sorry, the last word. Is
it progress?
Not exactly. I don't know. Not exactly because, the larger part of it is that whereas AG has been doing daily trials or seeking daily trials in Jati Kwesi, NAM1 hasn't received that kind of attention. So it's early days yet to say this one is progress, apart from the fact that in the previous charge sheet, because there was money laundering, and then in the interim, we've changed the law so that now, if you talk about money laundering, you charge somebody for money laundering, it's only the High Court that can prosecute.
Yeah.
Apart from that, for the rest, I don't really see. And so, even assuming for the old charge sheet, NAM1 had been let off only on money laundering, and assuming he had been convicted on the rest, we would have been more than happy. So, I'm hesitant to say this is progress. No, rather, it's been a little too late. Too little, too late. Because if you look at the energy, the vim, the enthusiastic manner in which the Attorney General embraced Jati Kwesi's case, was moving heaven and earth to get it prosecuted speedily. And yet NAM1 was left to rot somewhere, took over 40 adjournments. This doesn't actually impress me. It doesn't impress me. So maybe we'll wait for some time to see whether the AG will transfer some of the energy from the Jati Kwesi case to this one, and then we can reassess or reevaluate sometime later.
There are many others like you who are not quite sure whether to read commitment and determination into government's actions, or a desire to let it all slip by. I mean, in one breath, they actually traveled all the way to Dubai, negotiated or debated or whatever it took to get the government of the UAE to release him to us, because we believe he had a case to answer in Ghana. We brought him to Ghana, and then 36 adjournments.
Excellent.
And then now we're back. It's a bit difficult sometimes for people to determine whether government is committed to this, or whether for some reason they just want this to slip by. What is your take?
Yeah, I'm going definitely with the theory that they want this to slip by. Let me repeat. I'm going definitely with the theory that they want this to slip by. Because it's not a secret that NAM1's father had threatened, right? I think it's in the media, he himself. They said they had donated to the party during 2016 campaign and etc. So there's a huge political angle to it. It's not a secret. So somebody having been a financier to a party in government, when you get a criminal case, what do you expect? So that's the angle from which I'm analyzing it. They have said it. It's out there. You just Google those stories. They said, you touch me and you see the names I'll mention. And it's not a secret that he made huge donations to the current government when they were coming. In 2016, they had no money, so they took money everywhere, left, right, center. So that is what we are reaching. It's all great. Yeah, so let's be very critical of this prosecution. We want results. We've been too tardy. The Attorney General hasn't shown enough commitment to this case compared to Jati Kwesi. That's it. So for me, Jati Kwesi is a yardstick. Anything that's short of the energy and the vigor with which he's interested in Jati Kwesi, it means that this case he's not really committed. Yeah, this one, how many years? Can you imagine? The time we brought Nam1 back from Dubai, was that in 2020 or so? Yeah. Then 36 adjournments. Then we are still adjourning. The money laundering thing, assuming in the circuit court, if you have been convicted, like I made the point before, of the other charges, and then money laundering left, well, that's nothing. Because a lot of the offenses, what happens, even though you send 39 charges, most of the time, once he's been convicted, when it comes to sentencing, you hear that the sentences are to be served concurrently.
Right.
So count one, assuming count one has a minimum of 15 years, okay? If they want to give him the 15 years and a maximum of 25. So let's even take the minimum, assuming a judge imposes 15 years. Then you go to count two, count three, the deposit taking without license. Some of them, deposit taking minimum 2 years, maximum 4. So they will say, so the example I want to show is that they will say the sentences are to be served concurrently. So meaning as he's serving 15 years, he's also serving, assuming even they give the maximum on the deposit taking 4 years.
Right.
And he will even finish the 4 years before the 15 years.
Yeah.
Go to some of the other charges, the defrauding by false pretenses. There is a maximum of 25 years. So assuming even a judge gives him, let's say even 10 years. Whilst he's serving the 10 years, he's serving the 15, he's serving the 2, fraudulent breach of trust, all of them, all being served at the same time. Right. So if you have 39 charges and even you win 15, my brother, it's not bad, because the main thing is that at least justice would have been served. He will serve some. Yeah. You win some, you lose some. Lawyers, we are very used to that. So it's not the number of charges that impresses me, but it's the speed with which the prosecution is being handled. And also we should have more clarity, more information on the exhibit account, the assets that were seized from him, and some of them auctioned. Can we get more information? Because that's really where the need is. Because I'm looking at it that for most of these customers, it's their money they want back. I don't think they care so much about imprisonment. Imprisonment becomes attractive to them only when Nam1 is not paying them. So as we're talking now, you think today there were money to pay everybody. Oh, people, Ghanaians is very forgiving as we are. We'll soon come out and say, oh, no, come on, maybe the criminal prosecution is not that important. Just put in measures to make sure that he doesn't have the chance to repeat this. You see? So it's about the return of the money. So the charges per se don't say much. Let's hear from the AG an update. How much is in the exhibit account? When you read the charge sheet, they just say some cars were auctioned and then put in the exhibit account. How much is there? Now, the buildings, what's the update on them? I know Iyoko froze some of the buildings, right? And some people even took judgment. You remember the last time we did this interview, I was saying that usually for lawyers, the first step before you go to court when you are doing recovery is that what assets will I fall on when I win the case? So I understand some lawyers won against Nam1, but because they were coming against the properties that had already been frozen, Iyoko had to apply to the court. It's still ongoing. Hopefully, whichever way the court decides, yes. But the main point is that, so you see that those assets have already been encumbered. They've been frozen. So let's get an update. How much total assets does he have? And then who is managing the assets? So the properties that he rented, is it that the Iyoko and Attorney General, they've been able to get new tenants so that the tenants have paid the money to the state? We should know, because let's say if you had a 10-year lease on a certain, maybe Kojo Yanson's tower, Adabraka, maybe, and then the rent is, let's say he had paid $100,000, but at the time the license was revoked, blah, 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 he had used, in terms of the duration of the rent, let's say he had used up 20,000, so there's 80,000 left. So now that he's not operating, is it that they've been able to get a new tenant so that the landlord is able to refund the 80,000? Let's get a clearer picture. We should get details. That is where the comfort really is. But for Nam1 going to jail, but our politicians have stolen hundreds of millions of dollars. They didn't go to jail, and we've forgiven them more or less. I mean, you see. So let's get more details about the assets. How much is able to how much government is able to recover.
Right. Recently, he returned to the limelight, so to speak, when he announced this new process. He'd set up a new company and asked people to go and buy scratch cards from this company to verify their debt. So in essence, if I owe you money, prove it. It will cost you 650 cedis to prove it, and if you do prove it, then I'll pay you. Now, he removed the 650 cedi cost, but he maintains the arrangement that by a certain date, if you don't verify my debt to you, I won't pay you. Is this legal? And in fact, bearing in mind that his company was essentially shut down, Men's Gold was shut down, how is he able to continue communicating as Men's Gold with Men's Gold letterheads and so forth? I mean, is he not breaking any rule with this new arrangement, any laws with these new arrangements?
Okay, good. So let's start with the shutting down. Revocation of a license is not coterminous with dissolution of the company or liquidation.
Okay.
So let's explain this. So Men's Gold had a license to buy gold from small-scale miners only and to export.
Right.
Buy from small-scale miners only from the facts and export. So now that is being revoked. It's just a license. But for the company, when you set up a company at the Registrar General and you go to a regulator to seek a license, if the regulator revokes your license, it doesn't mean your company too is dead. Okay. The company can still be in existence, except that naturally, if the cash cow is taken, practically it's not that useful. Yeah. So I'm not sure that Men's Gold is being liquidated. I'm sure they will have even added that to the facts. So it means that the company still exists.
Right.
Good. Now, so the company still existing. It means that now he tried. So in law, there is something we call the pre-existing contractual duties under our Contracts Act. It's legally on paper. If I owe you, let's say, $1 million, now, if you come to make a demand for it legally by our laws, instead of me paying, I can say, okay, so let's say maybe you were building this an office tower for me, or let's use Mama V. So Mama V, you owed Mama V $1 million. You went to make a demand on her, and then the Mama V tells you that, before I pay you this $1 million, you know what? There's this other small 2-bedroom house I want to build for my watchman, my security. Can you build it before I pay? In theory, even though she already had a pre-existing contractual duty to pay you the $1 million, she can ask you to build the 2-bedroom boys' quarters or whatever it is before she pays you. If you agree, fine. So what I'm saying here is that he asking people to pay the $650, which he later cancelled, or saying do verification, he can ask, but you are not bound to accept. So it's a reflection of your bargaining power, so your strength. If you are very vulnerable, you have no option, you do it. But when you have options, you don't. So if you don't, there's no agreement. But if you agree to do it in law, it is enforceable. So, and then who wants, so you see that those who are vulnerable, you see they went and paid.
Yeah.
And they are doing the
so can he say in this case that those who don't pay, he no longer owes them?
No. So we are coming to that side. It's wrong. He cannot unilaterally impose those conditions. It has to be a mutual agreement. If people refuse, they don't lose their money. So the last time when we had the interview, so I was making the point that his lack is that it doesn't appear there are so many assets to go around to pay everybody. Otherwise, they would have just called his bluff and gone to court. And now you see, those who went to court, you see that now they are hot. Even those, they got a judgment, and then Iyoko has gone to the court that, hey, my lord, no, this properties they are going towards, they are already frozen. So that's NAM1's lack, that they are not enough assets. And so because they are not enough assets, he seems to be in he has an upper hand.
If you just joined us, we're talking to Martin Kpebu. He's a Ghanaian lawyer, and we're discussing the 39 charges brought against NAM1 by the Attorney General's office. Martin, the original case was brought not only against NAM1, but his sister and his wife also got arrested. Are you surprised not to see them in these new charges, featuring in these new charges?
Yes, yes, surprise as an emotional thing because I don't have the facts on which they were removed. So maybe I think the Attorney General can address us on that a little bit because, you know, as a lawyer, I can't fault him for removing those people, so to speak. I can't unless I have facts.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something else they found and then they thought, on those bases, they should take out the wife and the sister. So we need some clarity on it. But it's surprising. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's where it remains.
Okay, now before you leave us, there's one other thing I wanted to run by you. The police has written in fact, they've written a press release saying that the minorities' plans to demonstrate, unfortunately, they believe that if they were to go along the route they have selected, then it would basically create some public safety concerns. And so they have been left with no alternative, I'm quoting them, but to seek legal recourse by approaching the court to determine the matter. So they have filed an application just yesterday in court. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I'm very disappointed. Yeah, I'm extremely disappointed because we are in our recent history, even Flagstaff House, Occupy Flagstaff House. They breached the security and went there. Police didn't give them permit to go to Flagstaff House. Yet in the course of the demonstration, they breached the security and that breached the terms of the engagement and went there. Nothing happened. When I say nothing, of course, people were arrested. That's when I say nothing happened, meaning they didn't attempt to go in there to overthrow the president. They didn't. So once that wasn't done, and people have been even allowed to picket in front of the Revolutionary Square, opposite the Flagstaff House. So this security matter doesn't wash at all. It doesn't. I think the police need to also sit up a bit. You see, that's how Bank of Ghana, the governor didn't show independence, and today we are in trouble. Hardship. Could you so much hunger? You walk and people are suffering. There's so much despondency, right? That's that lack of independence. What I expected the police to do in these circumstances were that they will negotiate that, you know what, okay, we'll not allow you to come very close to the building. So we'll create a buffer, maybe 50 meters from the building, or 100, 50 or 100, and then also we'll reduce the numbers. Those who come 50 meters, maybe will be, let's say, maybe 100, the leadership. So you want the MPs, the big people. You see, Atu Forsen, Ayariga, the leaders. So when you bring the leaders, I can't imagine Atu Forsen taking a stone to throw at the Bank of Ghana building, or Mama Ayaga, a very astute lawyer, that etc. I can't imagine them doing that. So you allow the leadership to be the ones to come close. The ordinary, I'm not saying the ordinary people would do so, but we're just saying in probability, it's likely that some misguided elements will infiltrate and come and cause mayhem. So you keep those behind. The police can do it. This is simple. The police should wake up. If they're tired of this siding with government, that's why when the police went to the Constitutional Review Commission, they said they want to choose their own IGP. They want to be independent. They are tired of just playing second fiddle to government, just at the beck and call of government. You're saying that Ayariga, Atu Forsen, Ama Kofi Bua, etc., they will throw stones, they will enter, they are coming with guns to shoot the governor. We are making a mockery of our democracy. No wonder it's not a democracy, but it's kakistocracy. That is a government by the worst people in charge. It's a mockery. Keep the citizens, the people where some people can infiltrate. Keep them further off. Allow leadership to come close to the building, because we need to hit the Bank of Ghana well. Let them know that we are not happy about the money printing. The printing of money, and that has caused us so much trouble. The governor showing lack of foresight, governor refusing to go to Parliament, notify Parliament as required by Section 30, subsection 7 of the Act 918. That breach, because if you are told that parliamentarians, through questions and answers, we could have seen how to resolve this matter, etc. So the police, I'm just so disappointed that they're doing this. What kind of rocket science is it? People went to Flagstaff, people went to Jubilee House, nothing happened. Let the leadership come close. Let the rank and file of the demonstrators stay behind. Simple. What is this? What is this? Kakistocracy, could you? Kakistocracy. You see what's happening in Gabon?
Yeah.
You see what's happening in Gabon? Okay. Because the more people get angry, what do you think? Our democracy is just falling apart. See, Akufo-Addo finally admitted that he's not up to task. He can't do the job. So he should just resign and go. Look, Kojo, our constitution allows for early elections. This is our constitution. It's not by force that we should do elections every 4 years. No, it says that, look, we can have early elections. All we need is that the president and the vice should resign. So once the president finally last Saturday admitted that he's not up to the task, he should resign with Bawumia. And then by the constitution, within 3 months, check Article 60, Clause 13. Let me keep my constitution here. So that we can have early elections. He says within 3 months. So it's very good that President Nanka he can't govern. He says he can't govern. He is not able to do it. He's waiting for the new leader. So let's have early elections. Article 60, Clause 13. It says when the president and the vice resign, the speaker should take over, but we should have elections within 3 months. Let's have an early election. We are tired. Look, we are dying. People are dying. People are hungry. We can't continue like this. Akufo-Addo can't kill all of us. Ghana doesn't belong to him alone. I mean, he's failed us, and the least he can do is to just go with Bawumia now. They should step down. If Bawumia wants to contest, yeah, he should come and contest. But he should resign now, and then let's have the election. Could you please, let's read the provision. It says, 13, Article 60, Clause 13, where the Speaker of Parliament assumes the office of President as a result of the death, resignation, or removal from office of the President and the Vice President, there shall be a presidential election within 3 months after his assumption of office.
Yeah.
So all we need is President Akufo-Addo and Bawumia resigning today, and then it starts counting within 3 months. Let's have an election. We are tired. We're just tired of it. The incompetent Akufo-Addo and Bawumia. We are tired. Tired is not even there. We are dying. Now he said it. He's admitted. Have you seen that video where he said, yes, the new leader will come and take us out of the difficulties, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so let's get on with it now. We're tired. He came with so much sloganeering. He came and talked big English. Now he's saying it's not up to scratch. So it's good he's admitted it early. Please, let's have this election. In the next 3 months, let's have new leadership. That's what our constitution says. It's not 4 years. The constitution has not said that when you are not up to task, you can just continue in office till 4 years. No. It says we can have early elections. That's why the framers put it in there. So Bawumia is confident he can win. Yes. They should resign now, and 3 months. They will be within 3 months. So it means that even the election will be held in less than 3 months, because by the end of the 3 months, there should be a new president. And let's have early elections. Let us decide, because we are tired of this kakistocracy. If all the money Akufo-Addo and Ufuriata have made to date is not sufficient for them, is it the remaining 1.5 years that will do anything? The money they made from the bonds, fleeced us, milked us dry. If today that money is not sufficient, then I don't know what else will make them full. Let them go now. Let's have early elections. That's the message. That's it.
Wow. Well, Martin Kpebu there calling for the resignation of the president and vice president so we can have early elections. Will anybody side with that? Will anybody put that into action? All I say is, more on the Super Morning Show after these.
Are you looking for training opportunities as an
Let the dogs out indeed. Well, we don't know, but we certainly know that Namwan has been walking around free for quite some time since they let him out of jail in Dubai and brought him home on the taxpayer's dime because he had a case to answer to here. 36 adjournments later, here we are. But the Attorney General has filed 39 new charges against him. And now we are going to see how it unfolds. We spoke to Martin Kpebu about this, and he says it's too early to say whether the Attorney General's move is a good one or not. The amount of energy he puts into the prosecution is what will determine whether it's a good move or not. Now, he analyzes that there is a reluctance on the part of government to prosecute someone who is said to have been a party financier. Well, that's the analysis of Martin Kpebu. He's also disappointed in the police for taking the matter to court regarding the route that the minority wants to use in their demonstration in a bid to get the Bank of Ghana governor to resign. He says the situation should have been very easy for the police to manage in terms of cordoning off the area, allowing them to use the route, but creating a distance, a buffer between them and the building if they feel there is a need for that. He also says the president and his vice president should resign because the president has admitted that, there are problems and it is the next president who will solve them. Okay, well, I wonder what you make of that. Before that, though, we spoke to Dr. Charles Aka. He pointed out that, look, we don't have an effective tax system. 80% of commercial citizens in Ghana do not pay tax. All right, our tax system needs to be modernized. He also said there is low tax morale. People don't see the wisdom in paying tax to enrich politicians when they will still have to pay for the provision of infrastructure for themselves. Okay, he told the story of when he was building his house 10 years ago and how he had to pay for everything: electricity, water, poles, and pipes and all of that business. I'm sure you can relate. Okay, more to come on the show, but first, Litina Travel and Tours brings you exciting packages between now and December. All right, so 2 prayer pilgrimages, October and November, each one quite reasonably priced and lasting 7 days. Then the CalBank Women Banking trip organized to Turkey and Dubai so that CalBank clients or prospective clients can go there from the 11th to the 16th of October and engage business people in these 2 countries on pharmaceuticals, agriculture, cosmetics, furniture, fashion and textiles, food and beverage, construction equipment and medical equipment, among others. Okay, there are limited places on these trips, so call Tina today on 0244 260 789. Medasa. All right, so we are going to Tema with the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair. It will be featuring Tema, Ashaman, Michelle Camp, Afienya, Dowenya, Pram Chopoli, and Nungwa, as well as Spintex Road, among others, okay? So if you are interested in developing in any of these areas, you need to come to the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair, which will be on your doorstep this September from the 15th until the 17th at the Tema Municipal Assembly premises from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. each day. Exhibitors include finance companies, real estate developers, insurance, land vendors, providers of housing accessories, home appliances, furniture, home security, and roofing, among others. And if you want to exhibit, then call 0540 110 389, or you can try 0244 260 653. The EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair Tema is in partnership with EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and the Planned City Extension Project from Cities and Habitats. It is sponsored by Elegant Homes, where quality meets value, Global Lighting, your solution to quality lighting, Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough, Gold Key Properties, building prestige since 1997, Springfield Estates, where dreams are built, Virtual Security, complete security solution, DBS, your roofing experts, Virtual InfoSec Africa, security solutions by design, Saint-Gobain, making the world a better plan, Clifton Homes, beautiful homes, wise investments, and the Kensington Heights Airport City, Kumasi, by HDG Homes Limited. All right, now, the inception of the Fourth Republic brought about a renewed sense of hope and aspiration for Ghanaians in their quest for a rapid socio-economic development. Now, what have been the achievements in healthcare? since that time. In a collaborative effort to inspire change, Joy News and an amalgam of professional associations in Ghana present a public lecture for a transformative socio-political agenda. We go down memory lane, 1993 to present. Has this democracy delivered a health dividend for Ghanaians? The speaker is Kwame Sapon Asiedu, and panelists will be professionals in the healthcare sector and consumers of healthcare services. The chairman and moderator will be Mauko Afajinu, and it's all from the 18th of September 2023 at the British Council. It'll be online as well from 6:30 p.m. Get ready to be inspired. Now, here's something that's happening today. UPSA Law School, in partnership with the Ghana Bar Association, is pleased to announce the honorific lecture and award to celebrate the lifetime achievement and works of Justice Professor Samuel Kofi Datteh-Bah, the renowned legal academic and retired justice of the Supreme Court of Ghana. Justice Datteh-Bah is a towering and outstanding figure in the pantheon of Ghanaian legal scholars and judges, who has since concluded a distinguished public service on the Ghanaian bench. The event, which comes off today, from 5 p.m. at the Labadi Beach Hotel, will extol his works and also reflect on his enduring legacy in the legal academy and the bench. All right, this event is by invitation, but it will be streamed live on social media platforms of the UPSA Law School. Please visit the social media platforms of UPSA Law School or email upsa.lawschool@upsamail.edu.gh for information on how to be a part of this. All right, more on the Super Morning Show after these.
Are you hoping to start university this October? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana right here in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and 50% scholarships to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless opportunities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our October 2023 intakes. Apply now for our foundation and undergraduate programs. For more information, contact us on +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Are you tired of struggling with bad financial situations? At Quick Credit, we understand the difficulties that come with transitioning to a better one. That's why we're here to simplify the process for you. With loan facilities from 1,500 cedis upwards, all you have to do is call and we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID. No savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. What are you waiting for? Call Quick Credit today. 0302 200 390 or 059 692 0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
Hi, now let me share my wildlife experience with you at Safari Valley Eco Park. On our arrival, we were greeted by experienced tour guides who took us through an orientation on how best to enjoy the experience. We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the Eco Park. We saw zebras, sable antelopes, crown cranes, maras, silky chicken, emus, wallabies, deer, ponies, and so many animals. We watched the animals roam freely in their natural habitat, undisturbed by our presence. Our tour guide told us so much about the wildlife, their behavior, and how to interact with them. I even fed them. We also went fishing. Then we took a break to have lunch in the beauty of the open space. All of this fun and activities for a starting price of 250 cedis, and it's free for children below 6 years. As the sun began to set, it was time to go back home, but not before our sunset dinner by the campfire. We've had a thrill of a lifetime, and I can't wait to visit again. Safari Valley Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature.
Introduce
announcing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Come on. I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, it's like first living, should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give it to
Wow, you're welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. What a show we've had, eh? Yes, fire upon fire from Professor Aka and from Martin Bibu. And we're still not done. People are winning some moolah, some cash. Are you ready to be part of the several winners who are winning some good cash? Well, Game Park Limited, the newest lottery operator in Ghana, brings to you the Pick 4 game. Pick up your phones and dial *946# on all networks and select 4 numbers from 0 to 9. You can also play on the website, which is gameparkgames.com. Android users can download the app from the website, which is gameparkgames.com, of course. Watch live draws on Adum TV at 9 a.m., noon, and 6 p.m. every day, Monday to Sunday. Let's play the game and cash out on some good moolah. Game Park Games, more moolah, more power. Now, the game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, and it is not for persons under 18. So it's a new world of doing business, and your business should not be left out. So thank God for MTN, because they say it's time to get a Momo for business today to accept payment from over 15 million Momo customers. All you need is a business registration certificate and your Ghana card. Applying to be MTN Momo merchant has been made simple and fast. You just have to dial *5051# and follow the prompts, or apply online at momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh. You'll receive a reference number which you can use to track your application, so don't get caught waiting. Enjoy secure and convenient transactions for your business with MTN Momo today. Note that the application is free. Do not pay any money to anyone for a merchant payment solution. Report any fraudulent charges using the Momo app, available on Play Store and App Store. All right, now I keep encouraging you to type this into your browser, kingdomstoreonline.com. It's just a great way to spend 5 minutes when you're sitting in a queue waiting to be seen, or, you're in the washroom or whatever. Just go to kingdomstoreonline.com, browse around, look at all the great stuff they have, the quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture. Order something if you like, pay via Momo across all networks, and just sit back and wait for them to deliver to your home or office. You get free delivery if you're in Accra or Tema, which is great. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. All right, now I'm looking at the clock and got a little bit more time, so stay with us.
By popular request, I'm inviting you to join Latina Travel and Tours on a 7-day prayer pilgrimage to Israel. Be prepared to be baptized in the Jordan River by our special pastor and also pray at the Wailing Wall. We will visit Jericho, Bethlehem, Tiberias, Nazareth, and many more enchanting holy sites that will linger on and on. You can choose and register for any of the following trips. First trip, 15th to the 22nd of October 2023. Second trip, 19th to the 26th 30th of November 2023. Rate $3,600 single per person and $3,200 double per person. Package includes visa, flight, hotel, tours, and many more. Call and book your space now on 0244-260-789 or 0558-120-400 or visit Latina Travel and Tours at Alisa Hotel, Northridge. Media partners Sunny TV, Sunny FM, and Joy FM.
Hey, close up. Ever fresh air, ever fresh air. Ever fresh air, ever close up.
All new Close Up Everfresh. Wait, Charlie, what's new?
It now has a triple fresh formula that cleans, protects, and cools. Thanks to a powerful combination of 1, a purifying gel, 2, an antibacterial mouthwash formula, 3, ice cool crystals that cleans, fights up to 99% bacteria, and intensely cools. Fresh breath keeps you protected and fresh long after brushing. Close Up Triple Fresh formula cleans, protects, and cools. Close Up Everfresh. Grab yours now.
This advert is FDA approved.
Did you hear that Electroland Ghana is still running Founders Day promo? Yes! From now till stocks last, make your way into any Electroland Ghana showroom and choose appliances from Samsung, Media, Nasco, and TCL at affordable prices. Products ranges from microwaves, gas cookers, fridges, air conditioners, and more. All you have to do is to walk in and grab yourself some luxurious electronics for your home at affordable prices. Or call 0503-159-739 for more info.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
Latina Travel, in collaboration with Cowbank Women's Banking, is inviting all current and prospective customers of Cowbank to join their second business trip to Turkey, Istanbul, and leisure in Dubai from the 7th to 16th of October 2023. The cost of the full package starts from $2,550 per person and includes fees